All right, Corporate Cartel Media, man. We got a very special guest to bless the platform today, man. Man, for those that may come across the interview that may not know what you got going on, man, let them know what's your name and where you from, bro.
My name, Tay Capone, man, formerly known as Tay 600. Y'all know what's going on.
In that order. Damn, that wasn't even my question, but when you said formerly known as Tay 600, was to that, like, would you just, you don't mess, you ain't 600 no more?
Nah, that ain't come from me not being 600. That come from me wanting to, like, promote something that, like, I'm trying to keep alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm really LA'd up. That's some shit I always try to preach, even, you know, on a light day. I'm LA'd up. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so,
right.
you know, I got to a point I just feel like I ain't want to promote that. I wanted to promote LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, that got all the promotion.
Right.
I'm trying to keep folks' name alive. You know what I'm saying? Folks' name need to be remembered forever because he legendary like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just did that. I got the blessing. I hollered at his mama. I asked Mama LA to do that. I ain't just even changed my name. I got the blessing. And she cried about it and gave it to me. And then I've been Tay Capone ever since.
Okay, rest been history. Okay, I see. That just was unfamiliar, but I see that makes sense though. Keep your homie alive, keeping his name alive. All right, yeah. So damn, so that tied to my first question too. Then, so you was born and raised in Chicago, but you came from the low end, right? L.A. Capone too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people came from the low end though, bro. You feel me? Like a lot of people really from the low end. The hoods they from now is hoods they moved to when they knocked their projects down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the projects by like 05, we ain't had no more projects. The Icky, Stateway, Lawless still there, but like
Robert Taylor was down there.
yeah, that's where we from. You know what I'm saying? Like all them low end towns got knocked down in the early 2000s, so a lot of motherfuckers had to migrate to the south side or to the east side or north or wherever they went, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of motherfuckers, bro. The low end, low key, like the Mecca of Chicago. Like everybody roots, if you really from here, you got some type of low end roots, like, you know what I'm saying? That's just like what it is.
Right.
So we all is from the low end, but me and LA families for sure, yeah, we from the low end for sure.
Did y'all know each other back then, or you met him when you moved?
I met him. We met each other later on, but our families knew each other, which was the crazy part. Like all my sisters knew all his sisters. His mom and them know my mom and them know my aunties know his aunties. Like they from the low end, so you know real low end people. For even though they from different projects, they from the low end. So our peoples knew each other. We basically just did.
Yeah, I had seen some shit with Mama Capone. She was saying that they from Newtown, and she was saying that FBG Butta and Shorty, they ain't like each other when they grew up, but they grew up as babies together.
Yeah, for sure, yup. Cause you know you from Newtown, they from 35th, and all the peoples. It's just like what it is, man. Like my projects, me, Lil Zay, Osama, J Money, all us folk from the O Block. We all babies. You know what I'm saying? The projects, like we come from the projects. There's a lot of people tied in. That's how a lot of people really be knowing each other later on in life. Like, damn, folk. I moved, a couple of my cousins became O Block. We met later on down the line. Damn, see them in the projects together. You know what I'm saying? So it's just,
your mom and them like, oh, that's your cousin.
yeah, no, it ain't even that. It's like, damn, cuz you like
bumping
I
into
knew,
them. Right,
like I
right.
knew these niggas. We like really like this in the projects when we shorty. So I'm really knowing them. So when we running into each other, I'm damn, okay, like the low end in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of I got a lot of cousins, boy. They're from O Block. That's from 43rd.
Right.
So we all, you know, if most people out here got connections on the low end, they just ain't either claiming it, they claiming they hood that they is, like they ain't claiming they project. See, a lot of people from low end claim the project, like they claim being from the low end, like
with pride type.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like a lot. But you know, I'm from King Drive, but I was born and made on the low. You know what I'm saying, and I never like turn my back and act like that ain't a part of my history. So
that's your roots, but you was groomed somewhere else.
Yeah, that's my roots for sure. But I was groomed. I made my bones on the 6.
I get that. You said some of your cousins you found when you moved to the 6. Some of your cousins was from O Block, where you ran into them over there. It was any of your cousins ever to the opposition side, which y'all consider the opposition? Because
My cousin, I got cousins from my hood too, from 60th. Me and Booker and Lil D cousins. They oldest brothers from the op.
Booker 600?
Booker, him and Lil D and they oldest brother. I ain't even gonna say his name, but this is my big cousin. Like, I love him to death, but he from the other side. He really this Butta best friend.
I was just finna say. Also, Lil D from the other side. Okay, I don't know.
No, Lil D from our hood, but they oldest brother.
Oh, that you don't want to say his name. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they oldest brother. I can say his name. His name Ronte. You feel me? He big gyro. You know what I'm saying? He always have been. This was Butta best friend. It was like his right hand man's back in the day.
Right.
Like
that's crazy when you saying that though, cause I seen some shit where Butta was saying Booker his cousin. So it's like you said that's your cousin. Is y'all related or how is that?
He might be saying Booker his cousin because you know he is from the low end too, and Booker from the low end too. I don't know like how that
that's
go.
His mama. He said that's his mama's sister's son or some shit like that. So, but
I don't know about all that, but I know I know he might be saying they cousins because Bronte was his best friend and they was around each other. It's like they brothers or cousins. They probably do got ties, but he don't got no ties to me. Whatever side of the family he on, I ain't on that side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
But he might be Booker cousin, but his Booker big brother was Gyro on Fulham, and I got Gyro. I got some other cousins from Gyro too.
Yeah.
You know, it's so close. Our hood so close. Like, but we share the same block in Iraq. Like us and the ops, like our borders, we border each other. Like it ain't even like blocks away. Then our block start. We all border. When our hood end, they hood begin. So
MOB there, Gyro right there.
So when you growing up and it's time to pick a side, you could easily end up on the other side of the street. Like you could fall on either side for real, cause we sharing these blocks. And if you want to hang on 59th instead of 60th. That's a whole nother hood sometimes. And sometimes that's a whole nother hood, and that hood got beef with that hood.
Right.
But you can't help who you pick. That's how it was with scrapping them. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
I got questions about scrap too, because we gonna go and get into it though, but I get it though. Nah, you was pretty good. So you came from the low end, you moved to the Woodline community. What was the biggest differences you noticed? How old was you first of all when you moved up there?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. So the thing was, it was like, even though both sides of my family is from the low end, my father and my mama, like, we didn't live on the low end even though we was from the low end. You know what I'm saying? Like, when the projects was there, like, even when the projects was up, before they got knocked down, my father had moved us out the project. So, but we was still coming to the projects every day, every other day. He was bringing his kids with him because that's where we from.
Right.
But we been lived outside the projects and had family who lived outside the projects. My hood that I'm from, my grandma was staying in that building. My mama was staying in the white building on 6253 South Michigan since like before I was born. Like in my hood. So even when I was on the low end a lot, I was always in my hood whenever I wasn't on the low end.
Right.
So I never really had to make a transition. Like I always been like I'm like a 26-year nigga in my hood. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody could challenge that.
Right.
Like I'm a 26-year nigga. I'm from 6253 South Michigan. So like I never had to make a transition. It was kind of like I'm either here or there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was the same. You know what I'm saying? It was the same. You know what I'm saying? It was the same bunch of kids running around. There wasn't really no difference, you know what I'm saying? But being on the low end is prideful, man. Like, just talking to low end people, they talk about low end. Like, if you ain't from the low end, they'll scoff at you like, no ass from the hundreds. I don't know what they is. They uppy as hell about being from the low end, especially the GD niggas from the low end. They think that's just the fucking greatest thing to be in Iraq. A GD nigga from down low, fool. That's what they think, but...
I ain't gonna lie, all Chicago motherfuckers be like that about all the surrounding areas.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that
you ain't
is
from
true,
the city,
cause man,
motherfuckers be
bro,
acting like you just
alien or something. Out west niggas be like, I'm from out west, out south niggas, I'm from out south.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's like being in two whole different cities, folks.
It kind of is too if you rotating. It's like two different places, even though it's right there across the highway or something.
Like they say, out west is out west Illinois. Like that ain't even like.
I ain't gonna lie. Them out west niggas kind of remind me. my area is like,
Yeah,
it ain't a lot of gangbang. We'll get some money. You'll
nah,
see a
they-
4, a GD, a BD. You'll see everybody together.
Hey, they slamming shit out.
Oh, yeah,
though,
now
out
they
there,
is. I heard, it's getting crazy.
They slamming shit out west end, but they get the money for sure.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. I'm talking
get the
about.
money.
I got a little, probably a few years on you, so yeah. So you say you didn't notice a big difference because you was already back and forth, yeah. But say for instance, do you notice a difference though that you grown if you look at niggas from the low end 9 and your end, is it like a difference?
Yeah, I do feel like the type of niggas is different. You feel me? I feel like, but it also like an age range thing too, cause I know like niggas from down the low, like you gotta remember it's hoods from down low that's dangerous as hell, like THF and them down there and shit. So they got young niggas who do shit that we be doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's similar. But if you bump into an older nigga from down low, it might be different from bumping into a younger nigga from down low. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely, but it's similar. Like we all from the city, we all from the south side too. Like we south side niggas. Low end is on the south side. So if rather you from my hood or the low end, you from the south. So if we gon' act, we probably act the same. We probably act different from niggas out west or act different from niggas from over east. But we from the south side, both ways. So it's like we it's similar. The niggas are similar.
What you consider the over east? Because most people would say stay to the lake, and some of the y'all area over there, like I don't mean Michigan is before State Street, but no, it's at the State Street, right? Michigan look, before Michigan, right off the highway.
Anything people be trying to, cause I be seeing phone them from TYMB be saying this shit sometime, and I be like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? They be saying that they from from the east side, and y'all folk is from Cottage Grove, like. That's not the east side, bro. The east side for real is not till you get to Stony. Once you pass Stony, that's the real east side. All that other shit before Hyde Park and all that, that's not it. That's Washington Park. That's Inglewood. That's Chatham or whatever, going towards that way, folk. That ain't no fucking east side, folk. The east is Stony and further that way. The east don't start for real until you get to Stony. That's how it should be. That's how people should. Anything before Stony is still the south side.
What's that school over there? That's Hyde Park. That school that's on Stony.
Yeah.
You went there?
No, I ain't go there. Von them went there.
Okay.
Von them and Duck them went there and shit.
Okay, so you ain't go to school with all them and shit.
Nah, I ain't go to school with them. I went to school with some of the guys. I went to school with a lot of the guys. We all dropped out of our regular high schools and was out of school and then had to go to alternative school, and we was all in alternative school together. Us, the whole No Limit. Yeah. We was in school deep as hell. I went to school with a lot of motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. You could name some people.
I went to school with. I was going to school with some ops. First of all, LA went to school. JB Bin Laden went to school with us. Kilo from No Limit, Molly from No Limit, Ramo from No Limit, Billy from No Limit.
A lot of the No Limbs, huh?
Yeah, No Limit was in there deep as hell. Rondo.
That Rondo number 9?
Yeah, we all in that bitch gang deep. I ain't gonna lie, we in there deep as hell in school, boy. C-Day went there for a day and got kicked out. M-Thing was going to school there. Like, we was in that bitch. I ain't gonna lie, it was over deep when we got all to school.
So, let me ask you this then, because it seemed like on y'all way, it's like the GDs and the BDs into it. Did y'all get along with the Mo's? Because that's No Limbs, mostly they stones, ain't it?
We got into it. We got hell yeah, we
got into it with everybody?
No, we ain't get into it. We was fucking with, bro, you could be GD. It was nothing wrong with being a GD. You just gotta be
from the right side.
Yeah, right. Bro, all that, like we did that shit when shit first jumped out, but we was always talking to the ops. Like everybody else didn't know how to differentiate what we was saying. They took it to their chest. Other GDs from other places chose to take our words to the chest. We was always talking to the ops. Like, it wasn't no just like
they overgeneralizing the damn
like we talking to the ops. We ain't, bro. I'm telling you, my family both sides from the low end. They all GDs. Me and them the only couple outliers in my whole family, both sides, gang. Like, I'm never gonna be on no just GDK for everybody. I can't. What the fuck? My daddy and mama GD.
Right.
Like, what the fuck I'm gonna say all that and mean it like that for? I gotta talk to the niggas that's killing my homies though. Yeah, I'm for them. You know what I'm saying? So
I respect
it was definitely, but with any nigga, any hood you fuck with, anything you claim, you could be one of the gang members, folks. We got love for every hood, folks. It just, if you wasn't on our end or on our side, that's when it was bad. Because it was us, them, O Block, man, it was, man, for them from the O's in there deep as hell too, man. Like all the guys flooded that bitch in like one school semester, man. We was all in that bitch because we was dropping out, so everybody was in there trying to just get through it through alternative school.
So what about people like Mad Maxx and different like names like that? You ever met him? You went to school with him?
Yeah, I went to school with him. He was going there too. He was cool. I actually had a funny ass story with Maxx, man.
You can share it?
Yeah, I got locked up. I had got locked up for a pipe. And you be in the county, in the station for a day. The next day you take the ride to the county. So we all going in the county before we get in the first bullpen, man. Finna go to court. Man, this nigga Maxx in that bitch, folk funny as hell. He talking and shit, tweaking. So I'm talking to him, shit, we chopping it up and shit. He telling me what happened. He got bumped with a pipe and shit like that. But like he ain't acting like he just got bumped for a pipe. Like he acting like
he too smooth.
He just in this bitch like he had a kickback or some shit. I don't know what he on. Like he in this bitch. But I guess this how you act when you know you're not gonna touch the deck. Like he know like.
Can't get me.
Yeah, like, and it ain't like this his first pipe case. Like he got all type of shit in his background, but he in his bitch like, like no worry in his mind. So we chopping it up and shit. We talking about how we just got bumped with pipes and shit. He telling me what type of pipe he got on with. We chop it up and shit. We now in the midst of us chopping it up though, they steady moving us bullpen to bullpen and shit before we go to court and get our bonds and shit. For I swear to God, before they called the nigga for, and mind you, this is my first time in the county too, so I don't even know like.
How old you was, guys?
I'm like, I probably was like 19.
Sure.
I was probably like 19.
Really young, yeah.
So this is my first time in the county, like going through these procedures. I'm kind of like, I'm up, like I ain't scared of nothing. I'm just like trying to be aware. So this is a lot of niggas. Like I'm around a lot of niggas. There's a lot of shit going on. Like I gotta be on point in this bitch. You feel me? Like I've been to jail. I've been to the juvenile a lot of times, so I know how it is when you in jail. You gotta be around niggas, and it could get like that. So I'm already on that, but it's like just seeing how this shit go down. You feel me? I'm watching niggas in there. They all kind of acting like me, like just paying attention. Making sure everything, but this nigga just, that bitch having a good time, like, yeah, woo. Man, they get to calling us for court, for coming back, looking like they know it's over with, they can't, man, I swear to God, folks, shorty came right back out that bitch. And they, what your bond is? This bond was probably like 3,000 or some shit, it wasn't even shit, but the fact was, like, folk, if his shit was 23,000, he was gonna do the same shit. Like shorty little ass walk right out that bitch in when they moved us to the bullpen where niggas was finna start changing in to go on the deck and go upstairs. Everybody in that bitch that I just seen and came to the county with was except shorty, his little ass was gone. They was outside with that bread on BD, his little ass. Never, I ain't hear shit else from shorty after that, and I ended up doing 6 months in the county.
Damn, that ain't funny though, but I'm just how you telling the story. Man, my mom was being in that bitch ain't funny at all. I'd have been in there a few times, like I know how it go. That shit ain't cool.
You been in our county?
Nah, hell no. I've been to the joint in my county, not Cook County. Nah, but I done heard stories about Cook County though. Like, we in the joint, everybody together. So it's like you hearing them stories, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, folks.
On the real, you hearing them stories and shit. Like,
especially Midwest shit. Yeah, you would know on, bro. You would know, folks. Yeah, all that Savage Squad shit and shit.
Facts, for real.
That shit crazy,
Damn. Nah, so was like I know it's like y'all wild. It's a lot of little wild niggas. Like, did you know he was wild like that before? Like some of the shit got on the internet, or was his name ringing like on y'all side too? Because I know over east is a little.
Ooh, Maxx.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. Like the streets talk, folks. Like we locked in with they hood, so it's like niggas who like that. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers pulling up.
600 and no limit is like that. I ain't know that.
Back then, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers was this when everybody was locking in. You know what I'm saying? Reese had just did Gangway. You know what I'm saying? Before them locked in, I actually been knew her before all that shit. But like when that shit happened, that kind of locked the BDs in before them. So it's like, motherfuckers who was fucking with them, or like if your name was ringing, you could come through that shit. Like I used to come through that shit a lot. You know what I'm saying? My name, once we locked in, if you really like that, all the savages kind of linking up. I ain't gonna lie, I pulled through that bitch, see what it is, see what they on. Niggas out here getting, you out here getting your shit together out here. You hear who out here putting belt to shit. Like it ain't like a secret. It's a secret, but it ain't.
In the street.
Yeah, like motherfuckers know what
talking,
they know. So it's like, you feel me? Motherfucking knowing, you know what I'm saying? Who like that and who ain't.
Yeah. Okay, so you say you was from both ways, really, like, cause you your OG them, your grandma and them already been stayed over there on 600. You came from the low end. What was like one of the craziest things you ever witnessed, like as a shorty, like before any of the killing, before anything that affected you personally, where it's just like you just see some shit, witnessed it as a shorty, you're like, oh no, it's real in the field. You have a story or something like that?
Hell yeah. Like,
what was
it? Like, it depends. When you talking about like before I even been in the streets and like on some project shit,
you
or
just
like
a shorty and you just see some shit like, damn, it's real in the field before it hit close to home.
Hell yeah, boy. When I was in the projects, bro, I was a shorty, bro. I was out looking outside my auntie window while they was raiding the building, the projects. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm a shorty. Like, you know, I don't think about this type of shit. And then it's like,
But how old you is though?
At this time, I'm probably like 6, bro. Like I'm young as hell. Like even though I'm from the projects, bro, it's like if you a project kid, you don't, that shit don't be bad to you. You from the project, this all you know. Like you ain't worried about sleeping in this shit, bro. This shit all you ever knew.
From the hood,
so it's like we ain't. If you from the project, if people that's not from the projects come there, they'll have a lot to say. But people who done grew up and was born and raised in that shit, we living in that bitch. That's all we got, and we making the best of that shit. So. I'm a real project baby, folks. Whatever was negative around me, like, I ain't feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I was a normal kid and we was straight.
But when you see that raid.
So when I seen the raid, it was like, first of all, I seen my pops. I seen my daddy downstairs. They was doing this. They never grabbed my daddy, though, but I seen them grabbing, like, everybody. And, like, I'm just like, damn, like, I'm crying like I'm saying this shit now, but as a shorty, I'm out the window like, man, what the fuck? Like, boy, that's my daddy right there. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? That shit scared the shit out of me. Seeing that shit, like, that was one of my first introductions.
But they was out there like the SWAT team shit crazy.
Yeah, they was out there like, it wasn't even like SWAT, it was like regular blue and whites, but they was pulling up, hopping out, grabbing motherfuckers, running through on the first floor. What the fuck going on? Like, I don't know what happened. What is it? You know what I'm saying? But I just know my daddy downstairs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, seeing motherfuckers getting handcuffed and shit. Like, what's all that about? Like, I'm confused. Like, I'm in the window watching all this shit. Like, so when I seen that shit, and then it kind of opened my eyes. Like, it's somebody out here, like, trying to get our peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
like,
it's a shorty.
Yeah, like, damn, folks. Like, whatever going on, like, it's some people that don't like my daddy now.
Yeah, just
like that's how a shorty analyze it. Like, okay, like, they don't want my daddy to them out here or something.
Nah, you explaining that right. I get that. I see that. Damn, that's deep, too.
Yeah, that was crazy, folks. It was crazy as hell to see it. Now, when I think about it, like, now, it was like, damn, that's what they was doing. Damn.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, it is. But I ain't gonna lie, I had heard like you know, the projects, it used to get treacherous. I mean, I'm already knowing, but it's like you ain't never like stumbled across a dead body or no shit like that as a shorty. I heard motherfuckers done that. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that's type of shit used to happen in the building. Folks, like, you feel me? You
stumbled across a motherfucker slump.
Hell yeah, folks. Like, the motherfucker slumped out drugs and shit like that, folks. Like, cause they never, like, they did a good job of protecting the kids as far. They was doing a lot of street shit in the projects too, but the kids never really had to see it, folks. You know what I'm saying?
Structured.
Yeah, it was kind of structured different, cause everybody from the project knew it's not just street niggas in these buildings, bro. Like, you can't just come through the projects just blowing, folks. Like, these kids out here every day at the park. Like, it's parks in the project. Like, it's gonna be more kids outside than niggas most days, especially when it's hot outside. Like, ain't nothing but babies outside. So they never really did to shoot them up while everybody was out. But, like, if you were a real project baby, them nights will happen.
You
will come, because, like, sometimes, you know, in the projects, everything's so tight-knit. Like, somebody gets shot on the first floor, they bring them up in auntie crib and all the kids and all her nieces and nephews, and then they drag folks in there, he bleed, chest bloody. You will see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll happen. And my family, where I'm from, like, my projects, my family was like, I don't want to have to say it like this, but they was like one of them families. Like they was the families that was in the projects that everybody knew, everybody talked to, and everybody had something to do with it.
You got a big family.
Yeah, that was like one of the center families of the
Yeah.
project. So whatever kind of was going on kind of ran through my family. So if you was in my family, whether you was a child or not, you was gonna see more than the average kid.
Yeah.
Cause it had just happened.
Yeah, I feel that. So you just mentioned that it was a little structure back then, and it was the old heads kind of kept certain stuff from little kids, but
Yeah.
at one point, the indictments came through. They came and got all the heads. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, that was in your life, as you was a shorty growing up. Do you feel like that was part of the reason that y'all generation became so wild in a sense, like because y'all didn't have the old heads with that structure that's like guiding y'all do you feel like that?
I feel like that definitely had a direct trickle effect on how like the young niggas is. Cause even me being a young nigga, bro, like my young nigga self would have been like, fuck them old heads. That's what we was bred. But like me at 26, bro, like I love the old heads, bro. Like I swear to God, I love the OGs, bro. Like them the guys that when I was in prison, them the guys that kept me out of trouble, man. Gave me good things to like think about and like good morals. The old heads in prison, the reason I don't diss ops no more. Like they gave me the game and they like set with me, folks. So the old niggas, the OGs was definitely needed out here. I ain't gonna lie, like, cause I know me. I swear I done been on that other side. Like I never try to judge the young niggas cause I was one of them slow young niggas at one point. Like
And when you say slow, I think it's just more misguided. I don't think you
Yeah,
slow.
like,
'Cause I ain't gonna even
yeah.
lie. When I could tell before I met you, you got a head on your shoulders, just how you talk, your
Yeah.
perspective. So I don't think you were slow. You just didn't have guidance. I want to just clean that up for the,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's
Yeah.
all the shorty really be needing is guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like that be the difference between, like you said, you seem like I got a man on my
sharp.
shoulder, but some of the shit I used to do, it was like I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So like that shit play a role when you don't got the right motherfuckers that's over you that you honor and respect, giving you the right shit and not the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the OGs. Like most of my friends, bro, is OGs by choice. You know what I'm saying? Because bro, I be feeling like I know I'm not a dumb nigga. So like a lot of niggas that be my age, because they be proved shit later down the line in their life and they ain't been off the porch long enough, they be at my age acting like they 18 and I don't be able to be with that. Like I can't be cause I'm grown as hell and I did that already and I still get like that. But you trying to prove something. I ain't gotta prove nothing.
No, you a man.
You know
I
what
know
I'm
how
saying?
it go. I come from that shit too, bro. I ain't from we from a smaller area, but it's the same situation. I get it. I know what you mean on the real. You ain't got nothing to prove, but you a man though.
Yeah, I
You see
ain't
what
got
I'm
nothing
saying?
to prove,
Yeah.
man. So I moved different. You know what I'm saying? So like
Man.
a lot of niggas that's my age don't be on what I be on. You know what I'm saying? So the OGs really be on my type of time. Well, I be on they type of time. You know what I'm saying? Because them niggas be, it's a reason they out here 45, 50 years, some of them like 40 years. Like
It's called wisdom.
They
applying
got
the
it.
knowledge
Like,
that they give you.
the ones that still here for a reason. Like they ain't here because they just stupid and ain't survived this shit. They survived this shit.
How to maneuver. You know
20 plus years than you even survived this shit. So you gotta respect that in itself. Like you still here. My homies got killed at 17, 16. How the fuck you make it to 40? Like I ain't gonna lie, you had to be on some was clicking and ticking up there, bro. I don't give no fuck, bro. To survive 40 years out here, that shit ain't that regular. Like it's a lot of niggas ain't got
Especially
a
in the
daddy,
street,
folks.
in
Like
the street,
boy,
yeah.
a lot of niggas ain't got a daddy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like that shit get like that, boy. Even then.
That's a fact though.
Like that shit, boy. I respect all the OGs. My cousin Peso supposed to still be here. That's how hard it is to go.
Can you speak on him?
He a big cousin. He a OG, and he's like I said, it's hard to survive that long out here. And the ones that do, you gotta appreciate them, cause like it's hard to do. Like my cousin was a real nigga. He's supposed to still be here, but it's hard to live that long out here.
He recently passed away or something?
No, not recently, but within the last 4 years.
Yeah, that's recent.
Probably 4 years.
That's
You know what I'm
recent,
saying?
yeah.
And he was like I said, like an OG type nigga in his late 30s, finna be early 40s, and it's so hard to survive the streets and be an OG, man. Every day, you like your time ticking, for, and it's hard to survive. That's why I say I respect all the niggas who was able to reach that, because you was obviously smart and you know what I'm saying? Not to say the ones who ain't survived is dumb. It's just that hard. Like,
you gotta know how to
in the
maneuver.
streets,
You
bro,
saying
it's
it right. I know
just
what you mean.
hard, bro. Like, the streets just hard. They make it so hard to be, like, to be you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so hard to survive that shit, folks. Like, I be wishing Cuz was here every day. Like,
So he had a strong influence on you.
yeah, boy. That's one of the first niggas I ever respect that wasn't my daddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, him. You know what I'm saying? So, that shit, like I said, I got a lot of love for the OGs.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, though. On the real, I know how that shit go. On the real, that's real. Yeah. So, you know, I know Chicagoland area, especially in the hood, is everywhere. Like, not just the city, it's Rockford, it's Peoria, all these areas where it's the hood. That gang culture is prominent. You know what I'm saying? You a shorty, you looking up to the old heads, niggas in it. But it's like for you. It's like basically the gang culture is deeply ingrained into these little communities like all around, but Chicago is the mecca. You know what I mean? That's a fact. So it's like, but at the end of the day, I was gonna ask like, so when did you become involved with gangs? Like at what age? You know what I'm saying? And what prompted that decision to choose whatever gang you chose? You know what I mean?
I mean, the gang, I ain't getting to gangs. Gangs got into me, folk. I ain't gonna lie. That shit, we was just shorties, folk. Like, you know, I don't even gonna lie, folks. Like, before you even be on that gang shit, like, I feel like if you a shorty in the hood, you always end up making a little clique and shit. Like, even if you 9 years old, if it's you and a bunch of other 9-year-olds running around, y'all gonna be Get Money Boys or GBG or SMI. We don't know what the fuck. I used to do that shit when I was a shorty, bro. Me and all my closest cousins or closest friends in my building, boy, we had a little group.
It's a clique. Yeah,
This little clique, bro. These are little rounds. You know what I'm saying? Even when you in school as a shorty, you got a little clique, bro. It's always about cliques. So like,
I think that's human nature.
Yeah,
though.
I was just that's where I was headed, bro. Like, it's easy to be in that shit, bro. Like, that's why I salute the niggas who able to get out of that shit and walk away, because human nature is to click up. I ain't gonna lie, like. The ones who can walk away and go to college and go on their own after growing up this type of life all that time, them the ones that's like,
I respect
you
that.
gotta respect that, bro. Because like, human nature is clicking up, bro. Like, so we always had little groups, and then like, if you from a certain area, gang, when you a shorty, you might not know what gangs exist right here. You just a shorty, but you always been from here. Like I said, I'm a 26-year nigga in my hood. What the fuck else was I gonna be? Like, I was always being bred to be one of the guys since birth. You know what I'm saying? Unless some other hood came and took over our shit in the midst of me growing up, but that was gonna never happen. I'm from where the Met building at. Like, that was the Mecca.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
you talking about K-Met building?
Yeah, like we ain't wasn't gonna be none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I was always being bred to be one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? That's any hood anybody grew up with. If you was old age, you was always being bred to be that. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it be, folks. You get to a certain age and you're not able. It's just like once you cross over a certain age, I think, man, like, cause when you 11 and 10 and shit, like, even if you run around in these same streets, you ain't doing it. They ain't looking at you as a street nigga yet. But once you get 12 and 13, now it's like you gotta run through these hoods, and it's on some street shit now. Like, it ain't no, we just shorties chilling. Now they expecting us to be this bitch a whole different vibe. We in tour with people now. Like, we wasn't even just in tour with people last summer, bro. Like, now we done turned 12 and 13. Now it's beef. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, gang. You are literally, this summer, you a shorty. Next summer, you a street nigga. It's on. It's a green.
I can relate to that. That's real shit. I can relate to that.
Next summer, you damn, I ain't did nothing but turn one more age.
And it be kind of, just speaking for myself, it's kind of, it's something you got to adjust to. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was a shorty, we got it to grown niggas first. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the real, grown niggas drawing down us. We teenagers, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
2009 and 2010 was a whole different ball game, man. Like, that shit was like that was a whole different scenery from what the fuck was going on. Like, it was just like no warning. I ain't gonna lie, it was a no warning. Like, nigga, yeah, it's that now.
You gotta get with it and get lost.
And who couldn't adjust, they was the first one to go. I ain't gonna lie, it was ugly.
So you knew, I seen you speak highly of FBG Duck before, and I know that Von was your homie. Y'all was, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So did you ever have a relationship with FBG Duck? I'm going into a different question, but I want to just highlight that before we get into, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Duck, yeah.
Was y'all relationship like what was it like? What was y'all relationship in?
It was he was one of the guys, folks. Like I was just elaborating earlier, man. Like when you get to that age, man, you corner so close you could choose whatever side. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of crazy when he chose the other side, or he had landed up on the other side because he was with us every day on our side.
With 600? Yeah.
This before the 6. This before all that, bro. Like
what was it called? Brick City before that? Huh?
This before all the street shit. This is before we was even choosing hoods, bro. This wasn't before nobody jumped off. This was before we off the porch. Like,
so what's y'all age range?
Man, we probably like 10.
Babies. Yeah,
10. Like
babies.
niggas young, fool. Like, you feel me? I'm younger than him. You know what I'm saying? I'm younger than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we been going to the center doing all that, folk. He was always the tallest nigga. Him, Manny, and Inky D was always the tallest nigga. They always the team captains when niggas play basketball. You either picking one of they 3 tall ass, folk. And usually he the one to go because he knew how to play. He was like a big skilled motherfucker.
You know how to hoop?
Yeah, you know how to hoop. Back when he was just tall and slender, he would be busting motherfuckers' ass at the center, folk. So, you know, like what the fuck we gonna do with a fucking 6'4", 11-year-old, bro? Like, what, 13-year-old or some shit? Like, what the fuck? Ain't nobody 6 nothing. We 5'6", 6. What the fuck? He shorties, folks. He in that bitch busting motherfuckers' ass. He
was really 6'4". You exaggerating that.
Bro,
he was tall as shit.
The height he died at. He been that tall, bro. He probably got an inch tall or something. He been tall as fuck my whole life. I never knew him being no. I don't even remember him having a growth spurt. Like, he was just big as hell when we met. Like, he was just big as hell. So he always been that tall, folks. He was one of the guys though. He stayed right across the street from our center. In our hood, like, when we come out the center, there was a 1 apartment building right across the street, and there was a shelter next to it. He stayed in that apartment building.
And y'all basically, it was some kids, even though y'all UBD, UGD, y'all, it was one love type of shit, back then,
bro,
or nah?
This before that, like, this before that, bro. Like, this ain't even, we ain't even in the streets yet, bro. We I ain't gonna say we like innocent kids, but we shorties, you know, we going to school, we got our crews and posses and shit, but ain't nobody did no street shit yet. Like, this before all that. Like, this done that 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? This shit, it's that long, folks. So he always been one of the guys, folks, on video, and that's what when the shit happened, folks, it was crazy seeing him go from like one of our homies. Like, he wasn't just like a goofy that was across the street or a nigga. Like, we just we was just cool with. He be at the center. He know how to hoop. He was one of us.
Y'all fucking with him. Y'all fucking with each other.
Yeah, like he was in the posse, folk. Like, niggas are out duck. What we on, folk? Woo, woo. Let's hoop. Woo, woo. Be upstairs on MySpace and tag and shit. Like, on that bitch looking for little eaters and shit. Like, just being fast and shit. Like, we used to be on that for be upstairs. They had games. And
they
shit.
Had a computer room.
They had the room with the games, fool. Like, everybody knew to go to the center after school. Like, everybody, all the kids knew at the grammar school, fool, that was in elementary. At the school, slide to the center, everybody. And he never even went to our school. He never went to the Ross.
It was on King Drive, though, like you said?
No, it was on, see, when I say my hood.
It was on Michigan, right?
When I say my hood, folk, I be talking about more than just 600. Because, like I said, I've been in my hood. I seen this shit turn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in my hood since before all that shit was even a name. So when I say my hood, I'm talking about, because I done ran through, you know, my hood was 600 and Front Street is borderline. That's a big part. O Block right there. Like, this all was the hood. Like, all this shit was the stomach grounds. We all walking distance from each other. So if you really been over there all your life, like, you've been through these blocks, all of them. Like, I've been through my whole life as a shorty. I've been through my hood and 60 before these blocks was what they was. I was running through them. You know what I'm saying? So when I be talking about my hood, I be talking about like
the community
damn near. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's different parts shit going on. Like, when I'm going back that far, I'm talking about the whole community.
Before it was all the way segregated.
Yeah, before it was just like, all right, this the 6, this Front Street, this shit was just all our quarters at that point.
Right.
So back in them days, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like that.
It was all everybody together for the most part. Well, he was with y'all. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but he was definitely with us.
So when did you meet King Von? Because you knew him too. I know y'all was real gems. So it's like, when did you meet? Did you meet him at the Duck or before, or did y'all all know each other at the same time at the center?
All of us knew each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew Von back then too. You know what I'm saying? But like Von was always like, I knew Von back then, but like I'm saying about O Block, even though I was coming through that bitch, you know, I never really, you never really was in the O as much as I was in the other hood. So like I knew about Von, knew who he was, but unless you was walking to the O a lot, you weren't gonna be around them a lot. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, cause a lot of the folk them like, you know, like they was older. Like even like back then for like folk them when you get a little older, Von older than me by like 2 years. So like, you know, when we get older, it's like that shit don't mean nothing. But like at the time, if you
15 and I'm 13,
yeah, or yeah, like if you
14 to 12,
yeah, like if I'm 12 or 11 and a half and you 14, like at that point we ain't hanging. But when I'm 15 and you 18 and a half, we the guys. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those. Like so, if I'm at that point,
go ahead. Yeah.
At that point, I'm just like you feel me? The phone was a little older at that point, but I been knew who folks was, and he always been kind of not like a jailbird, but he was even back then going to jail for a lot of shit. When we really got the jamming, when we really got the jamming was when he came home and like, I think that was like 11. He came home in like 11. Like that was when we was able to really jam a lot because he was out, you know what I'm saying? And he was coming off that juvenile bid. He was booked for some years, or like a year and a half, or some years. And then we was like hangable age, folks. And I met folks and shit, and we clicked instantly.
Jam ever since,
Yeah, folks. We met in like 2011. And it was like, it was just a hit. He was on some, he had his shirt open on some freaky shit. I don't know what the fuck he was on that day, cause it was like 5 degrees outside. For he walking, he got a coat on. He got a coat on, no shirt under it, and the coat unzipped. Like, what the fuck is you doing, gang? Like, why is you walking up in the hood doing all that anyway?
It's the wintertime.
Like, bro. I swear to God, it's air better January, February, or some shit. Like, what is you doing? Take some shit on that, for.
You good?
So I'm like, yeah, like he doing that. He doing that and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is you on? Like, like I couldn't believe folks did that shit, folks. Like I walking up like, nah, at this point, this Von, we getting acquainted and shit. But why is your coat open like that, gang? Like you ain't cold.
You ain't never get no explanation of that, or it's just like it's like he could have been like high sun, or you know what I mean? I heard your body temperature get up every off of the extra sun.
Man,
like,
he probably
could have been some shit like that, or you was talking about you said King Von there when he was outside 5 degrees with his coat.
Yeah, he was on that freaky shit. He was on that freaky shit, my boy. On that sexy shit or something.
The whole time, though.
Yeah, he was like one of those. Like, he always he crazy, man. He I swear that was funny as hell, folks. Like, I don't know. I never seen nobody do that on purpose. Like it's different from just being outside with no shirt on cold, but
especially Chicago cold. That's a little different.
Right? Like it's chalk outside, gang. Like it ain't like fake cold or none of that. Like it's shocking you doing this type of shit, gang. You find your boy, you about to catch pneumonia trying to be sexy out here, folks.
Yeah. Say this, but like this, the first time you met him, was y'all? Because we was talking about basically your relationship. Duck was on y'all side before that. You said, and basically y'all was all in the community together. Then you met King Von, but it's like, was y'all ever all cool at one time, or because I know the reports had came out, whatever. We finna get to that question, but it's like, was y'all all ever just jam at one time?
We all knew each other at once.
But not
like,
jamming.
I ain't gonna say everybody was jamming because I don't want to speak for how everybody felt about everybody. But niggas definitely all knew each other and it wasn't always beef. You know what I'm saying? Like every nigga that we got beef with, it was a point we knew them niggas and it wasn't no beef. So niggas knew who niggas was, and if your name was a factor or you was one of, cause niggas before the streets, there's a lot of niggas who just wasn't lame, so they had their own name, and you would be fucked with you or a nigga fuck with you off of who you made your name for before that shit. You know what I'm saying? So niggas wasn't probably the best of friends, but we was all at one point in cahoots and not into it.
It's cordial.
Yeah,
right,
yeah, for sure.
No, I get that. So it was news broke. It's just the question I was gonna get to. It's kind of we ain't gotta get too crazy, but I just want to get your opinion. There, a few months ago, news broke in the Sun Times and all that, Chicago. Sometimes it was like the news broke that allegedly King Von had put up a 100K bounty on Duck, and we see what the result was. Allegedly, we don't know, the court case, everything got to come to light. But it's like everybody got to have their day in court, rather, I would say. So it's like, but at the end of the day, when you heard something like that, what did you feel like? Let me put it like this. Some people would say that, because I heard this, people would say that Duck was a musical threat to King Von, but then that was some street shit. So what is your perspective of it? Like, do you feel like, what's your perspective of it? Like, if you have one.
I don't ever feel like he was no threat. Like, bro, it ain't gotta be no, like, I know niggas, folks. Like, that's like when Thug and Lucci was beefing. Like, them niggas was both just at the top of the game into it. Like, it is enough space and connections in this shit for both sides. You don't have to, and this is what niggas gotta understand about this. And this is one thing I learned. This is why I listen to the ops if they got some shit worth playing.
I seen you like promote Duck Slide. I remember that. I seen that back in the day.
Because everybody was singing it behind the scenes. What the fuck is I'm singing it behind the scenes for? All you niggas know the song by heart and y'all be singing the shit in the club.
Right.
What the fuck is I'm singing it like we don't be singing the song? Y'all be singing it. Every time I'm in the hood or around the guys, when this shit come on, you niggas know it.
Right.
So, like, what the fuck is we, like, y'all want me to know it on live? Y'all don't want me to know it on the ground, but y'all want to know it. Right. So, I'm not, that's some
real.
fake shit. Like,
that.
Like, if we gonna be all singing this motherfucker and knowing the words and there's some shit that niggas think hot, then play it out where you a shit, like you would go on your story rapping any other nigga. You feel me? Like, just cause he the ops, that don't mean, like, especially if he in that bitch ain't dissing the guys, like, he ain't say nothing about phone them, which was made the song like, all right, okay, we could talk about that.
It could be universal. It could be like, y'all, it apply to y'all. Like, you ain't gonna slide.
Like,
that's how
we felt that. You know what I'm saying? We felt that.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the smartest thing he could have did. He ain't alienate no side when he made it because he ain't diss nobody. So it was able, everybody could at least listen to the song through and through.
Nah, you saying some real shit. That's gangsta. I ain't gonna lie with you. You know what I'm saying? Cause
I don't be, bro, cause we don't gotta, like, especially coming from my side, like, we already won the rap race, bro. It's nothing else for us to prove, especially with y'all. Like, if you niggas get some money or, like, y'all side get to getting in this shit, more power to y'all. How I look at it, I ain't gonna speak for niggas, but how I look
your
at that
point
shit.
Of view,
yeah, cause it's enough in this shit, bro. It ain't no point of being, like, we already got real beef. Like, we don't gotta stop each other money. Me and you was just talking, like, before we even started recording, like, that money, folks, motherfucker, that shit matters now. Like, we can't be into it like we was 10 years ago. We was 16. My mamas was taking care of us.
Kids,
shit. Like,
families, households.
Got to get that money for it. And as a father, I know how hard it is out here to maintain or even get money, folks. Like, so I don't be never trying to stop a nigga play or a sack, folk. Like, I don't be with none of that. For I swear to God, all my out of town connections, folk, I don't do no gang banging shit with them, like, or like not even like as far as like actually physical shit. I'm just saying, like, I don't make them
pick a side.
Yeah, I don't do none of that, folk. And even though I know my niggas like that fucking me genuinely probably gonna do it regardless, but like, I just be one of them, like, if that's what some shit you choose to do, or you feel like our relationship and got to that point where you just can't tolerate them niggas or can't even listen to them or indulge in that, that's cool. But like, I ain't making niggas choose, folks, cause I ain't fucking up a nigga paper on phone. Like, me and them niggas can fuck with the same niggas out of town. As long as them niggas stay in their lane and don't never try to backdoor nobody in between, I don't give no fuck. Cause you not my homie, I don't grow up with you, bro. So I don't expect for you to be in tour with niggas how I be in tour with niggas, folks. Like, that's a big ask for niggas, folks. A lot of niggas ain't never been in tour as hard as we've been in tour. That's some hard shit to ask a nigga, folks. So if you could do it and you feel like that's what our relationship and got, then that's cool. But as I'm gonna put a gun to your head and tell you nigga it's me or them, No.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my money
Yeah,
and get the fuck
like,
on, and vice versa.
I let them get their bag. I'm gonna get mad because I don't be threatened by nothing no nigga do, bro. I know it's some money out here for me. So you can go and fucking be on the Billboard 100 every fucking first of the month of this whole fucking year, and I wouldn't give a fuck. And I'ma still get my bread and do what I do.
Yeah, you a player. I fuck with that. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. So whole time though, it's kind of like what you saying is like Chicago kind of don't get it yet. You get it, but a lot of guys don't get it. But like niggas in the A and different places, they get it. It's like everybody gonna eat. We ain't got to eat together, but it's like I ain't gonna. You know what I mean? Like, get your money.
That's because, bro, when you winning like that, everybody gonna win. If y'all able to come together, not on no street shit, but just leave it in the street shit, basically, like, niggas will be, everybody, the more eyes on the city, the more everybody win, gang. Like, regardless if we got smoke and we putting eyes on the city and letting everybody see us into it, like, if both sides winning, then they got a big fan base, we got a big fan base, folks. Because if you really from that city, folks, you really want to see that city grow. Like, I'm really from here, folks. Like, it's us saying them, like, can't no nigga question, like, how much, like, I meant to this shit. Like, so I could say what I say comfortably, folks. Like, I don't want, if we all from the rack, we should want to see this bitch bust. Like, it shouldn't be no aberration. Like, Sosa, Dirt, Swerve, them niggas shouldn't be aberrations. That should be some shit. We all should be like, man, that shit, boy, if you from the rack, you damn that shit is kind of, I ain't gonna say it's easy, but that's achievable. You know what I'm saying?
Mama, you see it right there.
Like,
These
you see
niggas
it. We got hella examples. Like, man, okay, he did it. Like, that's the perks of being from here. Steady watching niggas getting on, man. Like, niggas is getting on. If you blessed being from the rack, how it is, how it's set up now. So, ain't no
coming from y'all generation.
Yeah, folks, like,
how it's set up.
We
y'all
all got
up.
fans. It ain't like we got them and they don't. Like, they got their way and having their way too, folks. So it's like, if the rack win, we all winning. I ain't gonna lie, rather we beef or not. When we winning, we got more eyes on the city. It's more money being generated through here, folks, because that shit bring more people. Like, more people gonna come fuck with us, fuck with them, man. It's gonna be more money flowing through this bitch than ever before. And once we start getting money, motherfucker might leave the street shit alone. Like, you gotta think, bro.
Most
if everybody
likely
had a
will.
lot of sack, it wouldn't be enough time to be standing on that business like we is. We all chasing this sack. But since niggas ain't all chasing the sack, folk, niggas can't really stop beefing, folk, because there's too many motherfuckers who ain't chasing the sack, still existing. But if we let it them eat and we was eating and now everybody flourishing, folk, because even though we eating, bro, it's like certain niggas from every hood eating. Like, it ain't like, bro, like, I feel like if you a 600 nigga, a old block nigga, your whole hood, it shouldn't be nobody that ain't eating. That's how much clout we got. Like, that's how much of advantage we have in this shit right now. So it's like, even though we eating, only certain niggas from these hoods we ain't eating. You know what I'm saying? But if Shorty them started eating, it'll be like everybody will be eating. Both sides eating, all the hoods, because the more eyes, bro, the more money. Like, it ain't no reason why 10 niggas from these hoods ain't on at the same time. Like, they got that much exposure, and I ain't even got to be on. All you niggas ain't got to be signed. But I can name 10 niggas that can do 100,000 from each hood that I was ever clicked up with right now. Like, I know these niggas, folk, and they doing the views, folk. Like, this how much we got exposure of, and it's like, they look cool, but it could be even more bigger. It could be even more turned.
Nah, that's a fact, though. I'm with you on that. It could be on the real. It's like...
Yeah, like, we ain't got to wave no white flag. Yeah. Just let them niggas get their bread, bro. I ain't trying to... It's hard being a dad. It's hard being all type of shit out here, folk. Like,
a lot of the other side, they'll speak about a blackball for them. Like, you know, the GD's a blackball. Do you feel like it's that, or if you want to speak on that, if not, you know what I'm saying?
Do I feel like the GD's blackball?
Yeah, do you feel like that to an extent?
I feel like...
in the industry.
I feel like, yeah, they is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they blackball. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really think, like, that's a debate or, like, can be debated because, like, you know, it's just like, bro, it could be unintentional blackballing. Like, bro, how life works and how human nature is. The
People
first niggas that get in, bro.
They gravitate towards the clout.
Yeah, so like the first niggas to make that jump is gonna be the niggas who set the standard. Like, I believe if the shoe was on the other foot and Lil J or Duck would have made it in first, they'd have controlled the narrative. Like, we the niggas who win, we the niggas with the connections, and we gon', like, you know, like you said, bro, we said it. Niggas is human nature clicking up. You come in the game first, you doing your thing, you transcended like we was at the time. Niggas gravitate towards you. Then it's like, bro, I think how not only did we get in first, but like how we changed the game. Like Sosa didn't just get in this bitch and just like, you know, just become, you know, like just a big rapper. For like he was like the shit he did was never being done. Like he is like they called him the Godfather. Like the shit he was starting for the first time, like creating fire. Like
that's a fact
like,
though.
so when the world got a hold of Sosa, it was like we dealing with a different animal, folks. This just ain't the hot rapper that's been
He changed the whole culture.
He changing the whole culture,
That's
man. Bro, the
did.
rap game ain't been the same since Sosa came out, bro. Like since he came in the game, this shit ain't been the same. And every artist that's doing top 100 on billboards will tell you they bang Chief Keef, and that's who they grew up listening to. And he ain't even 28 years old, gang.
That's a fact, though.
He 27, GOAT.
GOAT, yeah.
GOATed on phone them. Don't gotta speak on nothing. Everybody know he did that.
You can't take nothing
So
from
it's
him.
like he ain't just like become that. He ain't just get on. He became transcendent, folks. Like when you dealing with transcendent, like LeBron James. LeBron James ain't just one of the best. He might be the best of all time. Like it's
I feel like that too.
Yeah, like bro, this shit ain't no motherfucker. Like it's brackets to this shit. Some niggas get in and they might even be starters in this shit. But you ain't in that. You ain't
change the game.
You ain't changed the game. Yeah, you used to drop 22 a night, but you won. You ain't
go win over here, win over there.
You ain't
winning with bums. You winning with
man. Like there's levels to this shit. So when Shorty got in he ain't only just come in a game, but he changed it. And it's like once you become legendary like that, and have that type of impact and ripple effect on everything, how can the niggas who go against you even win? Ain't nobody gonna go against. It's hard going against niggas who in tour with Chief Keef. In the world's eyes, like, what is Chief Keef? We don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
That makes sense.
Motherfucker, bro, had a frenzy about Sosa when he first came out. Not to mention we had hitters after him, like pushing it forward too. Reese and Dirk and them, like they was doing it before him, but like. Everybody pushing this shit, and it's like you got him at the helm and them going crazy, like it was never like they never stood a chance. I ain't gonna lie, like the Ops ain't stand a chance once he did what he did. So it's like that's really what it is. Like we said GDK and our songs and you know all that, but it's just hard to when you come in the game like Sosa did, and you a transcendent nigga, you do like some shit that ain't been done. You ain't just getting in the game and getting rich and, you know, just getting on, but you changing.
He had a lot of the masses gravitate towards his movement, which is y'all movement.
Yeah, like he doing some legendary shit, and it's hard for the people who, like, watching this shit to see what's going on with him, and then be like, yeah, play that FBG Duck. Like, it's hard, gang. They don't want to hear what you got to say. You got smoke with that man and his people. Like he him. That's Chief Keef.
Like you the underdog.
It's like
automatically.
Bro,
I get it.
It's like boy, ain't nobody from the side with you. That's like every time Tank Davis fight. Like who you think taking the other nigga for real, bro? You think niggas going against Tank?
Yeah, nah, not too much. Yeah,
niggas ain't going.
That's a
man,
good analogy.
Bro. Niggas just be going against Tank just to finally get just see some crazy shit.
It'd be like on some hate shit like Floyd, like people go against Floyd.
Or even just be just like, bro, like make it exciting. Like he just whooping everybody ass every 3 months. Like, man, let me see Tank hit the floor one time. Like that's all we want to see competition. Really, it ain't even you gotta whoop his ass. Make Tank fight. He just around this bitch spanking everybody. So niggas ain't going against Tank for. It's hard to go against him when he doing what he doing. He transcended. He ain't just beating ass. He knocking motherfuckers out, putting them to sleep. Motherfucker can't get back up. Yeah. Like he just like a little Floyd. Like he them transcendent boxers for. That's why I don't do a lot of boxing because I'm watching boxing because it's a lot of talent, but it ain't a lot of transcendent boxers. Like Tank stand out because he
even in rapping, every industry is it's like only so many generations. I mean, it's like it happened every so many generations.
It's only so
like
many.
For y'all generation, Chief Keef was that. Yeah. That's a fact. Like,
and that's what it is, bro. And everybody could be good, but everybody can't be transcendent, folks. It's just like you gonna have them one niggas, like I say, LeBron. Like it's a lot of good niggas came in, but you got to be a certain nigga to be considered the greatest of all time. And That's the type of shit Sosa did. He on some
That's
greatest
who you
of all
got to
time.
go though. You got to go from the city, Sosa.
Oh, for a fact. He got gold over Kanye, Twista, Lupe,
Damn.
Bump J, R. Kelly.
I kind of agree with that based on his influence. I ain't gonna
Bro,
lie.
I've been alive long enough to see all these niggas era. Like, I'm not that young. Like, I've been alive since these niggas came through, and like none of them niggas, a lot of them have been way more successful than Sosa, like Kanye, obviously, you know what I'm saying? And R. Kelly.
I know what you mean, but
it's like when you niggas got on for, when y'all got on, y'all ain't like Sosa when he got on for, it was like the light was just on, like for the city. It wasn't like, okay, Sosa on, but his city ain't on. Like Kanye got on, but the Chicago wasn't on.
Right,
like,
that's true. When Sosa got on, everybody got a spotlight.
When Sosa got on, it was just like, bro, just make a song, man. Like, make a song. It don't matter where you from. If you from the rack right now, man, they watching us, shorty. You might go viral tomorrow. Like, the whole city got on after Sosa got on, bro. It was rappers like, after he did what he did, it was like, oh yeah, Herb, Bibby. Instantly. Now, Dirk and them did it right before him, but he did it the right way. Now he got everybody afraid on them coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's niggas popping up and popping off now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got rappers from our hood.
I was just gonna say 600. All the little
bro,
hoods
come
was
on,
popping.
SD and them coming from Blackgate. All the Lemron niggas got on. Like, man, this shit happened like that. When he did what he did, I never seen that. Ain't too many niggas get rich when Kanye and them got rich, bro. Or after they got rich, or Twista and them got rich, or ain't too many niggas get rich like that. I remember that shit. My daddy them was still selling drugs when them niggas got rich. They ain't get rich with them. And my daddy was their friends.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
They ain't come get for them was still serving in the buildings and shit, boy, because this shit was that. Like,
it was that.
Yeah, Sosa made a way for the whole city, folk.
Yeah. So I don't want to cut you off, but I don't want to. We gonna move on from Sosa, but I want to say this because you remember when Charlemagne was like saying, did you see that quote like it was about 6-7 months ago, probably was a year ago. Charlemagne had made that quote about Sosa not being influential in the culture. You ever saw that or not?
I seen it. That was the most stupidest shit and I ever like. And I like Charlemagne and I respect him what he do and shit, but. That was just like one of those things where you like, tell me you don't know what you talking about without telling me you don't know what you talking about.
Yeah,
like,
you sounded crazy.
Like, that's just like, if you're going to say anything about Sosa, bro, it got to be like, if you're going to be like against, it got to be like something opinionated. Like, you be like, well, Sosa ain't as good as, his music ain't as good as it used to be. If that's your opinion, if you feel like that, that's what you feel, and that's an opinion, because there's people who like it and people who don't, that's all opinionated. But when you start talking about shit like impact. Who ain't have impact, like that shit that we can all prove, like this shit in the pudding, bro.
If you can see it everywhere. It ain't even only in Chicago. That shit in every city.
The thing that I like about Sosa and the people who came from under him, man, they all admit this shit on wax. And it's still happening to this day. Glorilla still let you know right now, boy. Pooh Shiesty and them letting you know, like, boy, what? Even when Uzi and them, Lil Pump and Smoke Perk and them, I remember all these rappers and artists getting in there like, we was listening to Chief Keef. Even the niggas on the SoundCloud wave came up. Lil Yachty and them, man, them niggas was off Sosa. They wasn't doing it, but they was off it. Like, he had that impact, folks. Like, this shit on wax. Ain't nobody that came up listening to him gonna deny that shit, bro. Like, still to this day, bro. Like, a street shorty, like a goat for real, bro. So it's like, if you just say that, you just don't know. And
kind of hating, that's all.
Yeah, like you, bro. Even a hater can't say that though. Like, I couldn't find a nigga to say Sosa ain't influential. Like, what, bro? Sosa, like, I'm gonna be 100 with you, bro. And niggas this shit might make it viral. It might be some old heads might say this and that. Sosa might be the most influential rapper to come out in the last 50 years, man. And I don't even know how long rap been out, so I'm gonna just say that sound like forever. Like, that might be the most influential rapper ever.
Rap only probably been out about 50 years. Go ahead.
Look, because when you think about it, right? Think about it like this, gang. Think about it, right? And that's a hot take. But I'm gonna just explain why, like, he at least got that in the argument, right? Think about the niggas who everybody ever really, like, wanted to be like. Because that's really show you how much influence you had. Like, I remember going to school on like days when we had to like we'd dress up at like or like dress like somebody we wanted to be like. We used to have days in grammar school we'd dress up like our favorite, and I literally came dressed like Lil Wayne. Like nigga, when I was a shorty, niggas wanted to be G Unit, bro. Like
G Unit,
like
Weezy, now.
yeah, like bro, like it was certain shit that was like that's why you say like 50 Cent. He was one of the most influential artists to come out.
That was on my era.
Yeah,
That's when
like,
I was in high school.
Yeah,
shit, so
but
you know
I'm young enough folk to know, like, cause nigga, my daddy, for I always been with my pops, like my daddy, like G Unit coming out, that's his mode. That's his era. So he come when that shit hit in the streets. He out there 50 his age. So he that's what he banging. Jay-Z, like another influential artist. Like he made the New York hat popular. Like he influenced a lot of shit. Like he influenced a lot of shit, folk. And it's like when you think about it, what did these niggas do that Sosa didn't do, that we deem them influential for? Like, bro, you don't think, bro, I swear, bro, when Sosa came out, he had white kids standing like gang members sagging their pants, wearing the trues with the things showing, they standing like throwing game size white niggas in the burbs.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
he had, bro, that Glow Gang merch he got, man, he could stop rapping right now and just sell merch and be rich, bro. Because, like, the white kids, they gon' eat it up. Like, he got the white kids. If a black motherfucker never buy nothing, folk gon' eat it. He got the other country and the other races eating this shit up.
How people shot videos with all that shit.
Like how he did shit, folk. Like all that shit, he had everybody else doing that shit, folk. Like I remember when he came out with all design, it was like niggas first started seeing designer for the first time. Like you might have been walking past that shit, seeing that shit from somebody your whole life, but when Sosa got rich, he started wearing that shit. Everybody had to have it, to the point where people who was selling fake shit was getting so much money because Sosa was wearing the real shit.
But niggas couldn't afford it.
We also didn't know it was fake. Like, this when Mimo daddy bad boy, we fuck that bitch up. I ain't gonna lie, like on some real shit, gang. All the people who said, we didn't know it was fake. They telling us like it's real. We paying 60 and 40 and we don't know. We think like, yeah, we know folks shit cost $1,500. He said his song, this shit $1,500. This 40. Shit, maybe this the cheaper one.
I'm dripping.
I'm fresh on the block with the big H. Oh, Biddy, I'm so fresh on the block with the Hermes folk. Biddy, I remember one day before I went and cashed out at folks shit. People came on the block looking too good with one of them bitches one day. Damn, let me get that. Let me get one of them. I had a blue thing, the strap. The strap was like reversible. You could flip it. That bitch to be orange. Now I got an orange Hermes. I was busting that bitch. But then we found out.
These had
to go come realization. Like,
we had to come off that sack. But that everybody shop down there. Y'all downtown
like,
type shit.
Man, like you don't really know that's your first introduction to a nigga first introduction to design will most likely be fake shit.
Especially in the hood.
Yeah, in the hood. You don't know. You shorty, you will wear any fucking thing that says Gucci. I got a Gucci shirt on that bitch. That bitch over with.
No, that's real, so the Sosa is a GOAT. I ain't gonna take that from shorty. So I wanted to ask you about Charlemagne because I just felt like that was foolish when he said that.
Yeah, that was so foolish.
Yeah. I do want to ask you this though. You said you don't feel like he was a threat musically or nothing like that. King Von had got to a position where it was like he could just he was there. He was, you know what I'm saying? So what do you feel like him getting all the bread and shit and allegedly putting himself in that position? Because they said in that I don't know if it was in that newspaper article, but it was in some stuff where people were saying like he allegedly was gonna get indicted with the people that's got locked up for the shit with Duck. So it's like, what do you feel like in your opinion put him in that position where it's like you own now, you could all your guys on, you could just move on from that shit. Like, what do you feel like would allegedly put him in that position if you would want to speak on that?
Would allegedly put him in the position to pay? Or
because it ain't no fact that happened, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if that was the case.
A lot of shit when I be hearing, I just don't really believe the shit, bro. Because it be like, I don't know, I know the people involved. So, right. You know, to my...
I'm on the outside looking in.
Yeah, so like when even with you, it's like, even with just the people on the outside, it's easy to believe when they paint Von like a fucking, like Jonathan Gambino or some shit, like, it's like, okay, cool, but knowing Von, Von, niggas gonna do shit for Von, ain't gotta be paid. I ain't gonna lie, like, all that trying to make him sound like he was just putting money on niggas' brains, like, that ain't no shit niggas, like, that no shorty, like, cause, bro, anybody that know Von know, like, anything he asks you to do, he'll do on his own. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, when he do it, it's gonna get done right. See, you ain't even ready to do shit how he gonna do it. You ain't savage enough. You ain't did what he did. You know what I'm saying? So if a motherfucker, if Shorty says it's a green light, it's gonna be a green one. It ain't gotta be a damn drop. Like, I don't see what the fuck is all that about. Like, it ain't like he allegedly supposed to pay some motherfuckers he ain't know. These supposed to be niggas from his hood that be with him every day and know what he done did out here. What the fuck is, I don't gotta pay these niggas.
Right.
Like, I don't, all that shit just be like shit that, you know, don't get me wrong, it's the feds, they do their research.
It's a legend, though, that's what I say.
But, like, all that shit be sounding fluff to me. Like, it be sounding like, you know, like, cause all that shit, when you went up, bro, all it is about picture painting. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you go to jury.
That's an any case.
Yeah, like, in any case, like, y'all gotta paint the picture to the jury, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, all that shit help them. You know what I'm saying? Make Von look like he is a fucking mass murderer and the fucking hit, and he paid hitmen and all that, so it could make that shit look worse for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that is, folk. But it just sound like fluff. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of shit when I see about Von, folk, I just scroll right past that shit, bro. Cause, like, I don't be caught up in no net shit. Like, I'm really hands on with this shit, and I can know the real easy. I don't gotta go off all this speculation and, like, the clout chasing and this and that, like, folding all that blog, they be posting a lot of shit jumping the gun because Von name next to it. Like, they don't really go and get verified information about that shit, bro. They run with any little thing they get read about Von or said about Von, folks. Like, it don't gotta be true.
Right.
Von just, like, they know Von name and the image that been created for him, so they gonna, anything that make him look crazy and make they platform go up, they gonna speak on it.
Clickbait type of shit.
I'm always scrolling past a hot take about Von, cause I don't even give a fuck. Even if it's real, I don't give a fuck. Cause it's just, if it's real and it happened for real, y'all shouldn't really even be talking about it. It's probably some crazy criminal shit. Like, leave folks alone, bro. People don't be thinking, bro. Von got kids. One day his kids gonna grow up and see all the shit y'all said about their daddy. And some of y'all gonna fuck their head up with how y'all chose to, like, keep his name in y'all mouth, good or bad. Like, that shit, bro, he got children, infants, babies, 2-3-year-olds. Like, they gonna get to an age and it's gonna fuck them up. Leave folks be. Let them live in the glory of who he created after he got on. All that shit that he talked about and did before he got on, let that shit ride. Let him be the nigga who bought the chains and did the turkey drives and passed out 100,000, you know what I'm saying? Like, took care of his hood, bonded motherfuckers out. Let him live like that. Don't keep trying to go back into his days before he knew who he was, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel
he already let y'all in enough, telling y'all enough shit anyway, so y'all ain't have to, like, go looking back from before then. He told you niggas who he was. Y'all ain't have to do all that shit, folks. Now he dead. It's like, y'all don't even want to remember the good shit. Y'all want to keep talking about who he supposed to did something to and all that shit. That shit ain't.
That lead me, I feel what you're saying. That lead me to my next question, though, about within the last month, a documentary came out with him about this dude, Trap Lord Ross. He's from England, or wherever he's from, Europe somewhere. But anyway, though, did you see the documentary? Or did you hear about the documentary?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so basically, when you see something like that, I seen a lot of people have, like, from Chicago in particular, they had, like, a negative response to it in terms of, like, you not from here. You say you saw the Trap Lord Ross documentary about King Von.
Yeah.
The persona of King Von is that he was a real serious dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for you, when you saw that documentary, was that an accurate depiction of your friend? That's what I wanted to ask.
As far like being a serial killer or just like his...
Yeah, you could take away the serial killer part, but just you know what, just speak your mind. I don't want just no, because I don't want you to. I know you're not finna tweak and say no shit like that, but I'm saying just speak your mind because I don't want to lead the question. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with him being a serial killer, bro. I don't not. I feel like that's a
stretch.
What do I want to say?
Definition.
The like aura around that word don't fit him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Serial killer is not cool to even bestow on any street nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because the thing about it is, rather, if he is a killer or not, bro, the street niggas not killing for reasons serial killers kill for. Serial killers don't kill for real reasons, bro. They will go assassinate 17 women off pure
lust or whatever.
Lust or crazy, wild shit. Like, when it's kill or be killed and you gotta kill or you gotta do what you do to survive, that's a whole different thing, bro. And that ain't no serial killer, bro. There ain't no nigga doing nothing to nobody who wouldn't do it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all that's the thing that I don't agree with about it. Like, serial killer got a bad aura around it, and it should never be put on no nigga who gotta stand on his business and defend for himself in many ways. Like, we can't help what we born into, bro. Like, this street shit ain't no motherfucking lust or love out here, boy. It's kill to be killed. And you see this or that, ain't no in between. You know what I'm saying? So anybody will do it to anybody, and you ain't gonna never do it to a nigga who wouldn't have did it to you.
Right.
Whenever it happen. So serial killer, when they do it, it's kind of like they preying on women or preying on people. It's some type of weird, malicious, or like freaky intent behind it. Some type of itch they scratching, lust or love, some crazy affection or weird thing they like. They probably want to eat them. I don't know what the fuck, Jeffrey Dahmer type shit. But when you in the streets, bro, you shouldn't be labeled no serial killer, bro. Because you got to kill to survive if you is killing. You ain't killing to say I killed or killing for, oh yeah, I just want to kill somebody. No, bro. Because that's what a serial killer low-key doing. Them people that they prey on don't be fucking with them, bro. Like,
right.
Like, they don't
They
be
be
fucking
innocent.
with them.
I
They
know
be
what you're
people
saying.
who
I know
would
what
have
you're
walked
saying.
right past your ass and never gave a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Or even the ones who kill people that attracted to them, like kill them and then go with them or date them and then kill them. Like, she ain't doing nothing to you. She just likes you, bro, and you murked her. Like, that ain't what we doing out in the streets, bro. That shouldn't be serial killing. No. But as far as like him being the part, like if it's supposed to be like was he a serious dude? Oh, that's accurate. Yeah, that's definitely accurate. He's a serious guy, and he shouldn't be mistaken for nothing but that. Even though he's not serious when you meet him, if he like you and you cool with him, you will never know when he's serious. Like, he never really serious. Like, cause the niggas don't really make him mad, cause he do that. Like, niggas don't really.
Yeah, tweak with you. Yeah, instantly.
So he always outside smiling and shit. So he don't never gotta get too mad. If he mad about shit you done did that was fluky or goofy or. But ain't nobody challenging what he doing or nothing for. So, like, he definitely ain't serious when he out, when you will meet him or something, because he got a lot to smile about. Don't nobody tweak with him or play with him. But if you not one of the guys or somebody who he fuck with, boy, yes. He's dangerous. He dangerous as hell.
Yeah, no, I respect that. So yeah, they ain't accurate depiction. So let me. So I got two questions. Then I'm gonna wrap that up. But one of the questions is, do you feel bothered that some Caucasian from another country is monetizing off of a documentary that he made like that, or do you have a problem with that? In your opinion?
I don't, because I'm used to it at this point, and the people who got a problem with it are just people who mad they didn't capitalize or think of it first. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a lot of people hating because they just got them
strong feelings. It's just more so some
like they wanted to do it. They wish they'd have did. Like, people always talking about, yeah, let somebody from Chicago get that story. Who for what? Who the fuck he let a nigga from Chicago he ain't fuck with or care about get the story? Who you wanted to drop a nigga he ain't give a fuck about or know? He don't know that. Why do it matter if they from the same city? Ain't none of these platforms really say they know Von outside of like you. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can y'all do that make like y'all like next in line to tell his story? No.
You saying DJ you?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You was a part of his camp, you know what I'm saying? But like,
I just wanted to clarify that because it sound like
sure.
you saying me, but
no,
you said DJ you.
Yeah, DJ you. Nah, my bad, you right. But like, that shit is just, you know, it's like, bro, people gonna do this shit, and just because he do it don't mean it can't be redone. Like, you niggas acting like he the only motherfucker to make a documentary. Like, y'all scared make a documentary, and he ain't telling y'all don't make one. Von name gonna get a click regardless, bro. Is his documentary better than the one you was gonna make, or is it more detailed, or you just know like you ain't gonna go
to the extent
he will, so you mad he did it because you know the one you gonna make ain't gonna be as detailed and try to be as specific as he is. Like, that's what they mad about. That boy got work ethic behind that shit.
I agree with you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When I was seeing people having their opinions, I was thinking like exactly what you saying. That's my sentiment. I share that.
I ain't gonna lie, cause like what you gotta understand is, bro, like I really know Von, and a lot of shit he's speaking on. I'm the mobs. I know what happened. Well, I know what was going on around that time. I remember where I was at when this shit was going on. So, like, I don't watch shit like that to get the truth. I know the truth.
You just see
I don't think it's a lot of shit that I read that's not accurate. Like, I ain't gonna lie, but it's supposed to be inaccurate. Y'all just talking. Y'all wasn't with us.
Y'all speculating.
And even the shit y'all digging up, it's context that goes with everything, bro. Like,
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not watching no fucking Trap Lord Ross to tell me about Von, because I know what I know. And I know what is and what ain't. I'm just watching to basically see how far his way he went to make this motherfucker. Like, it's already 4 hours. And it's 4 hours of you creating a whole damn timeline and storyline with this shit. He went all the way out with it. So that's what I was watching for. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, all that detail and all that niggas, I don't worry about that game, because I know what I know. And I don't watch blog. These niggas ain't gonna be correct. None of them really telling the truth, because they wasn't there with us. They just think they know. And a lot of it makes sense, but that don't mean it's true. So,
and I respect that. Damn, so do you necessarily agree with King Von's cousin, Baylo? I think it was Baylo, I think their name is.
Yeah.
Do you agree with them getting, trying to get dude took his video took down and stop his money? Or
I mean, bro, I
never
disagree with whatever the family or the estate of Roy do or think, because they is the estate of Roy. So they is in charge of, like, you know, like all his money. If his face card stay righteous, or like if his name stay relevant, they reap benefits. But if the shit that Trap Lil Ross can cause, like his estate to be, that shit can hinder how money flow through his estate. And I understand that too. And it's also like, that's his real family, bro. That ain't just Von, like people's he was fucking with what he got on. His estate is people like that household lived with each other. That's the household, bro.
That's
like
bloodline.
they all together, folks. Aunties, cousins, siblings, nieces, nephews, grandma, all grew up under one crib type shit. Like, they a tight knit group. So if they feel like you disrespected his legacy, it's on them to try to like keep his legacy, whatever they deem his legacy need to be. You know what I'm saying? So if they feel like what you doing is going against how they want him to be presented and remembered, then that's their right to try to get that shit took down. You know, the only thing I is like, bro, I know Von, and I know who Von wanted everybody to know he was. So, like, I know Von kind of like, in so many words, he invited this type of attention. You know what I'm saying? So, which is why I don't have a problem with it. I feel like folks invited this type of attention. Like, he wanted
kind of painted that picture.
Yeah, he invited him. He opened the door for motherfuckers to try to step through and be in his business. You know what I'm saying? That was the kind of choice he made, and he made it knowing what he was doing. Like, he didn't make it on accident. He knew what he was doing.
So it wasn't no goofy shit. It was like he know what he was doing. Yeah.
When you pull up tweets and you pull up shit niggas saying and going back, folks tweaking and saying all that crazy ass shit, you know he ain't deleted. Even when folks tweets was blowing up when he was alive, folks like, you said this in 2012. I said some hot ass shit, folks. Okay, now it's 2019 or 2020, and them same tweets coming back to life. Like the fans, now you Von, you King Von. Now you got fans. All the fans going back doing the research about you, and the tweets coming back to life, and you still ain't deleting them. Your notifications going up, old tweets you made in 2012 going viral, and you still ain't deleting the shit. You letting them bitches hang around like, yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you know, like, bro, you know how them niggas be
deleting some real shit,
bro,
though. Go ahead.
You know how them niggas be deleting them gay tweets they made back in the day? Like, it be niggas folk back when saying gay shit openly was cool.
Yeah.
What was in 2012?
Now you would get canceled.
What?
Yeah.
I seen it.
Yeah.
Boy, Dirk them did that shit. Boy, they can't. I don't want no gay ass niggas following me.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that motherfucker came up. Boy, that motherfucker said tweet something. Whatever it say under the tweet when you delete it. Like, this motherfucker gone. Like, you can't let that float around like that, boy. Yeah. And you, when it come up, you gotta make an apology tweet now. Like, man, I was a different guy back then. Times was different. You gotta explain that tweet and everything just to worry about like shit going left and not being canceled. Folks tweets going viral. He ain't worried about motherfuckers building a case. He ain't worried about nothing. He letting them bitches go up. Thugging. Motherfucker. Yeah, I just shot a nigga and ate some cereal. Hey, okay.
But that ain't funny. You funny as
you said it in 2012. Now 2020, bro. Delete that.
Yeah, it's a little different.
You ain't had to say you killed food and them like that. You ain't had to tweet. Oh yeah, who died in October? Who's next? Like you letting that shit stay on the net. Like you ain't like they ain't gonna come and tweet with you about that later. Like you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. You right. When you said that just make me know like he had to be wild.
Man, when you don't delete, bro, I don't know no tweet that I can't go back and go on his page and look at right now. He ain't get no fuck. He said what he said in his mind, and he was saying shit when he was on. He was just tweaking still. I remember Fo made a whole tweet about how him and Duck squashed they beat before he got killed, man. He just trolling.
No, he said that shit on DJ Academics live. I seen that shit. That's what you talking about. He probably made a tweet too, but he said
made a tweet, folks, and like gave details, made multiple big paragraph ass tweets. And whoa.
I see them on Academics saying that shit. I'm knowing he capping, bro. They not.
Man. If it's any nigga that squash beef, it ain't gonna be him. I swear to God on my son, I don't want no merch, no shit. But him, and it ain't no nigga that could talk to him. Like it like all that.
Once it's that.
Like the niggas who is that with, when you ask Von, it's gonna be that. It ain't gonna not be that. It's never gonna not be that. I ain't gonna lie, Shorty really like that. He keeping the pressure applied, boy.
I heard him say something like that. I'm gonna move on from, but I'm gonna just say what he said. He said, till everybody gone. Yeah, he said that shit. I ain't
trying to grudge no beef, nigga. We into it till you die.
Yeah, he said that shit.
Real street nigga. He met that shit, boy. He ain't playing.
Yeah, it was different. I ain't gonna lie. So, all right. So let me ask you this then. So, all right. So I heard he finna follow up with he gonna do one about Lil Durk from all his shit that he said online and all that. Mm-hmm. Is you concerned about someone putting together a documentary with stuff like that with you in your life? Like, are you? Cause you a big figure, bro. Like, right. You know, yeah. It's like,
bro, this is what's going. Like, people gonna do it. Like, right, bro, like they always did it, bro. When we first got on. Or when we first got to get on the net, they still do it. They'll make a whole little YouTube thing. Tay 600 bodies. Tay 600 assisted bodies.
Yeah, I see.
Tay 600 hits he was on.
Right.
Hits he was in the car. Like, bro, they do this. This not new. Like they do this shit, bro. Rather they got facts or things they think is true or not, bro. Like I swear to God, I used to look at some of that shit. Some of these niggas they said I smoked. I don't even know these niggas real people.
Damn.
Like what the fuck? Who the fuck is Teasy from goddammit with the Berg block? Man, I don't know who the fuck M block or 7 block. What the fuck?
You don't even know them blocks.
I don't know the block. Yeah. I don't know the name. I don't know the nigga folk, but I killed them.
Right.
You feel me? And they eyes, I smoked them, man. I don't know when I smoked them, but they said I smoked them, man, folks. So
damn, it's that easy. I need to start making content like that. No, I'm just bullshit.
Man,
I'm just fucking around.
Just wake up and roll out of bed. Like, how I'm gonna go viral today? Like, fuck it. Just put some shit out there. Let's just make up anything. Just make up people too.
That's wild.
I swear to God, I feel like they just be making motherfuckers up. He from woo from MOB. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't know who the fuck that nigga is. Then not only do I not know him, I didn't kill him.
On the real, I ain't got nothing to do with this
man. Shit. Who the fuck is that? I ain't never seen them say, man, folk on Teasy. Somebody I smoked Teasy. I ain't never heard them have a homie named Teasy.
Damn it. So I seen you said like, cause you just spoke on Duck and y'all being jam at one point or just not in cordial or whatever.
Right.
And it's like you said I seen like somebody had. I was watching a live. This was last night when I was trying to get more questions because I had like so many questions. But anyway, though, so I'm doing my research. So you had said it was like a story time you was doing. I believe you was live because you was reading the comments. And you basically was saying like somebody asked you like you a real dude for giving Duck his respect or his flowers,
Right.
and then basically they was you said if you smart you'll respect them, like basically like and I was just wondering what you meant by that. Was it just like on some street shit or just like on some whatever your perspective is? Like,
when I say smart, I just mean like if you know what you know, you know what I'm saying? Bro, like that's one thing. Like I try to get everybody they props, bro, that was coming up, bro, cause that shit unfair, bro. Like if a nigga do what he do out here, folk, don't take it from him. Like I ain't gonna take it from him for it's hard to do. Like it's hard to get to a point where you respect it or you have respect or have a face card, bro. That ain't just everybody. If everybody was a face, then it wouldn't be no special thing about being a face. Like so when a nigga a face, bro, you don't take it from him. Or if he doing what he doing, you don't take the shit from him no matter where the fuck he from. If he smoking shit or he play with his gun, he blow his pipe. When you asked about him or when you bring him up, don't act like he don't blow his pipe because you don't like him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't act like he's a bitch or he got certain traits that he don't got because it's that. You know?
So yeah, so you was saying like with Doug, you say you don't want to any ops. You just say you ain't gonna take nothing away from nobody if they made their name, they made their name. And you said if you a face, you a face. You had to do something to get a face, become a face.
You know what I'm saying? If you a face, it's scrapping them, G.O., all them niggas, man. I don't talk down on them. I knew them, and they worked hard to be who they was in the streets. It ain't easy being like that, man.
You a face, like you know what I'm saying. People know you. You Tay Capone. I don't, you know,
right.
Yeah, AKA. You know what I'm saying. But it's like. The whole time though, when I just ran into you right now, what I said to you, I'm like, damn, you ain't even got your shiesty on. What's to you, G? Yeah, but it's like whole time you had the mood though, so it's like it's real.
Yeah, but man, like what happened was really.
Let me ask. Hold on, let me ask. So how is it moving around with a face in the city? You know, it's cause let me say this too. I seen J-Man on Say Cheese not too long ago. They was talking about KI and basically. Say Cheese was calling her a serial killer or something, and basically J-Man said there's serial killers all across the city. Basically, that's what he said.
Right.
So it's like I seen the movie. I asked Dutchie this. I did an interview with FBG Dutchie not too long ago, and I asked him this. I'm like, how is it being a face moving around the city? When you a face, it's a movie called Smoking Aces, and I think the third John Wick, where it's like all the hitmans is looking for one hitman. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I seen it.
Is it like that? Do you relate to that? Talk about it.
Yeah, that is. It's like that. But I feel like if you don't survive, bro, you gotta really just make a real effort to survive. Like even like you just said, me not having my poo shiesty, that was kind of a bad thing on my part, but it was some quick shit just to meet you. Cause really what happened was I was looking for my shiesty. But I ain't want to leave you out, so I'm like, man, I'm just gotta go. I have my 30.
I respect that.
So I ain't want to sit outside. Plus I know like you just sitting out. I ain't know if you had your move on. It'd be police riding through here, some shit happen. I got you out there pump faking and playing and shit. And police pull up on you or something. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that, bro.
So I ain't gonna leave you out there and shit, but it's definitely like you gotta make conscious efforts all the time and sacrifices to survive. Like we were just talking about with the old niggas. To even get to my age, you gotta really move a certain way, bro. LA got killed when I was 16, so.
In your earliest homie got killed when you was like 14 or something. You said, because I seen that. I'm actually that.
Buddy them got killed, man, before I got in high school, man. So it's like, with that type of shit, it just be like, man, you gotta know what you know, man. You gotta be smooth out here, gang. That's why I be
sink or swim.
I be, man, folk. I survived a lot of shit, folk, and I be trying to move. Like I try not to go in restaurants. I don't go in gas stations. My people don't let me. Not for real. They don't want to see me. I'll do it on some have to trying to just do it type shit, but. For them, they're like people around me. They treat me like I'm who I am, and I always gotta keep a shiesty, and I always gotta have 10 and do shit right, cause it's the only way you're gonna stay alive, gang. It's a lot of shit I don't do just cause of who I am. And it's like if you a motherfucker of my age with as much motion as I got, people would like to try their luck, cause like. You know what I'm saying? You young, you turned, man. Get out here, but it's like a lot of shit I just can't entertain at the time, cause. Like, man, folk, I can't do it. I'm me. It's only one of me, gang. Like, I'm a face out here, you know what I'm saying?
You got family to provide for and all
Got a
that. So I
son,
respect
for
it,
it ain't
right?
fair to move bogus, for when you got people depending on you, for like if some shit happened that you couldn't have controlled and it end up like that, that's one thing. But if you can dictate it and you can make the conscious decision to be like, all right, weigh your options and not decide to do it, for you, that's what you need to do. Sometimes I do that shit a lot of nights. I ain't going places I should be or out at events I should be at because it's the people like me there. But I just can't do it, folks, because a lot of people ain't like me. A lot of people got clout and no enemies, or a lot of people just
Don't give a fuck. They
don't give a fuck and
they
try their luck. But
yeah.
me, I'm not either one of those, folks. I give a fuck, and I don't like to try my luck. I respect niggas gangster. Like, I ain't the tough nigga that just think I'm the toughest nigga. I know it's niggas that'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And to do it anywhere. I don't gotta be. It could be in front of everybody.
So when J-Mane said that, you agree with that sentiment that it's like that the city is wild.
I don't agree with the serial killer term,
No,
but I agree
right.
that
It's just serious dudes
I agree
everywhere.
with that. It's niggas in
Serious.
every hood with multiple murders that'll nail you in front of everybody. And they can all see them nail you. Like a lot of niggas don't think, bro. They will nail you, then think later, like after you already got hit your shit. They like, damn, fool, I'm gonna go down. Or they thinking about that then, but at that point in time, it ain't even no thought in their mind. Boy, they blow your ass so quick, boy, you will be dead before you hit the floor.
It's like reflexes, yeah. Damn,
bro, they'll blow you down, gang. So it just be, I don't be I try to avoid, because I don't like being, I know me, folks, and I'm never giving no nigga a chance to tweak on me. If I feel like he'll do that, I'm doing it. Like, I'm gonna do it and worry about it later, because it's either me or you. That's how niggas turn serial killer. You end up with you or me. Nigga, you call it down bad. A lot of
what
niggas,
they term is serial killer, because you clarified it, and I respect how you clarified it too.
Like, how niggas end
how
up
they
with all
deem
them
it.
bodies. You gotta defend yourself and do your thing out here, gang, because nigga gonna try to kill you.
Yeah, no, I respect that, brother. So all right, so then you said the blog sites. I don't know if you just was making that name up, Teasy, but I don't know if they really did you like that. But it's it's this one dude named THF Teasy that recently got indicted a year or so later after everything happened with the O Block, quote unquote 5. That's what they be calling it on the internet. But it's like they picked him up for allegedly dropping Duck low, and he basically got indicted now. Like being that arrest was like way later. Do you feel like the investigation is ongoing, and which do you feel like other people, do you feel like it's ongoing because of that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like probably, in my opinion, and I don't want to, this is just opinion, this is not a fact, but it's like, say for instance, if they got him a year later, what if they gonna track down who he called and who they talked to? Because in the conspiracy or in the RICO is if you just got knowledge of it, you ain't even have to do nothing all the way.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion on that? Do you feel like that's just a rap now that they got him, or if you even want to speak on it, you can move on.
You said like if it's a rap?
Yeah,
like
yeah, they got him. Is it a rap now, or is it just like, because RICO, that shit go deep, brother. You know what I'm saying? And then they come get him a year later. I'm feeling like, I don't know the brother, but it's like, that's like a weakest link in terms of he didn't do shit really. Well, you called him allegedly, but it's like outside of that, you probably thinking like, damn, I'm home with my family. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now they talking about the death penalty or 1,000 years. Talk about it if you could.
That's why, like, I don't really play all that trying to just like, I don't like outside information. To be honest with you, bro, because like I never like to, just speaking on some real street shit from a young shooter, for like I never like to take information from other hoods or like intel about shit, because that's just too, like, I slide and catch what I need to catch. I don't need you knowing what I did with the information you gave me, folks. Cause you feel me, like later on down the line, that shit will come out later. We don't need to type shit, and I just, cause I listen to you, like, you know what I'm saying. You stalk your prey and do what you do on your own time. You know what I'm saying, like. If you weren't gonna stand on that business, man, right then and there, I ain't calling no nigga, for. And it ain't me talking to Teasy, this just me. If I ain't finna blow Duck down, I ain't calling no nigga, folks. Cause on BD, me knowing who I'm calling about, they gonna slide for real. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm telling them to slide to, it's gonna be like, bro, ain't nobody that smart gonna call no nigga DT. Call no niggas DT and don't think it's just gonna fly. Like,
All the cameras, all the people downtown.
All the people that live that is not gonna tolerate that. They pay too much money to have that type of shit happen, and it don't come, and it just go like that. Like that ain't finna just go like that.
If that would have happened somewhere else in the city, it wouldn't have been the
backlash.
Like
if it had happened in the hood, it would have been a whole different scenery. But them people ain't gonna go, ain't gonna play.
Nah, fact.
So it's like when that shit happen, now it's just like this type of shit happen. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that came from that conversation, man, that got made. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of risk you take for when you call people. I never been the type to call, tell folk them to come, do this and that. That's why I always kept my gun, folk. Because by the time I done did some shit, bro, like, I'm not going to get folk them. All that calling and doing this and that, that's just the way the shit that happened come around back to my face later. Like, if some shit going on, I couldn't stand on the business right then and there. It's over. Yeah. Like, I ain't doing all that extra ass shit game, because that's when it's bad shit happening and you end up in sticky situations like that, folk.
I respect that, brother. For real. You be giving good detailed answers, so go ahead.
I just think, you know, bro, it's just
but it don't be on no extra shit. It just be a good perspective, because that's what the fans want. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they want to hear your point of view. Like,
I don't judge nobody for the decisions they make, even if they don't seem like the smartest decisions. I'm just saying, like, why is my point of view and, like, where to come from it, bro. Like, sometimes this is why I'm glad, like, even when I was a shorty in the streets, like, I never really just been loose with my gangster shit. Like, it was like, I ain't gonna say it was like a meaning behind my madness, but it kind of was. Like, I wasn't a
method to the madness.
Yeah, it was like a way I did things, a reason for how I was coming for. I wasn't just a nigga who gonna go and front my move and be hot every day and go over there and drill till I can't drill no more. I'm gonna make it count, try to get one, try to do what I do and just stand on my business, folks. Like,
in and out like a straw hat.
I ain't trying to do all that extra shit, folks, because there's a lot that can come behind that shit, folks, and I be hating to see it, folks, because when you get in them type of situations, folks, where they got all these cameras and 80 different angles and they talking about they did this and that, you don't want to be in them type of situations, folks, because now you in a position where they either want you to
lay down.
You got to lay down or you got to just go. You know what I'm saying? And then, folks, with these type of cases, the niggas who fold ain't even going to get out. Like, bro, you got to fold it for what, 20 years?
You still finna do it.
Like, you finna do a whole bunch of time, because for them RICO ain't just no RICO, it's a RICO murder. So regardless, nigga, this ain't just no drug conspiracy shit they putting on for them. Y'all accusing y'all of whacking them motherfuckers downtown. Like, that ain't like that shit is like a paid hit y'all executed. That's what they trying to create, the narrative of all that shit. The
optics look crazy.
Yeah, they do that shit on purpose. So when they come with them offers, because you know, for the feds got a 99% conviction rate, and everybody that killed fed know that. So niggas sit a while, and then they start copping out, and the feds know. You don't want to be in no position where you have to cop out to 30.
Oh, my mom.
Because you don't want to get 50 years in the feds. Like,
But that's
how the feds is.
That's why they created the RICO.
Yeah, that's what they do. They create those type of things, folks, because they know, like, yeah, that nigga he gotta get on this shit.
You gonna
know
take this
50
and this 30.
Yeah, like, you gonna go to trial and think you got a percent chance. You think you gonna be that 1%. You gonna risk that, or you gonna take this 30 or this 25. And you niggas 20 anyway, so you come home, you got a little life to live. You know what I'm saying?
As opposed to 80.
But everybody ain't that smart either. There's a lot of niggas that get them offers and they think they that 1%.
They want to gamble.
You know what I'm saying? Because they look at it like 20 and 50, the same thing to them. Like, shit, what the fuck? I ain't getting out no time soon. Either way, I might as well try to walk out this bitch this week. So I get that, but also, like, you gotta know, bro, what you know. You gotta be a smart guy and be able to be like, man, they got me. Which a lot of niggas that go fed is smart enough to do. I don't really know too many that take them to the trial, but they all act like they will. They all be acting like they will, and then it get ugly. Like, I have to take this 125 months.
Listen, man, that shit sound crazy, but
you know, that's how they break it down in the fed. They give you months. You'll be in the back counting that shit after they didn't crack you out.
The fuck is this?
They gave my daddy 110 months in my face. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, you got me thinking. It was like 10 years.
Yeah,
about 10 years and some change. Yeah, that's a fact, though.
Man, they'll tell your ass money. You will still be counting that shit 2 hours after you got cracked.
What the fuck that dude. Yeah, that's a fact though. And they want 85% of that shit on the real.
85% of 300 months.
Yeah, smoke shit.
What? Come on, folks. 300 months. I ain't even lived 300 months yet. You talking about 300 months.
My soul.
Man,
you ain't never lying. Damn, bro. Yeah, you got it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm fucking with this joint. All right, so then I'm gonna ask you this because we speaking on like y'all serious situations. You know, it's like it's serious in the city, it's serious with the sides or whatever. Nah, so your blood sister, she had a relationship with King Von at one point. Then at one point she had a relationship with 051 Melly. That's y'all direct oppositions in terms of how y'all view it. So then, did you feel that was like a disloyal move for her when you first, like, say when you first seen that she messed with him or something, and he came where y'all was at or something, or any kind of thing like that? Did you feel like, how did you feel about it personally? Or if
I mean, my initial reaction, I'll be into it, these niggas hard. So, you know, I always gonna have a weird and wacky reaction to some shit like that. But I can't go against my sister, bro. Like, it's
trusted
important. Like, I always gonna trust my sister. It don't matter about shit she do. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even about trust. It was just about some shit I just didn't think was like I agree with at the time, folks. But you know, like, bro, with my sister, bro, you know, this life I live and the life we all live, that ain't, she my sister, and, you know, she was out here with me, and she gonna always make sure her little brother is straight. And she
that's
did
your big sis.
Yeah,
okay, go
that's
ahead.
my big sister.
Go ahead.
As far as like a lot of shit, bro, that ain't her battle, that ain't her beef. Even though a lot of them was her brothers too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, you know, I ain't never go against my sister for nothing in this world. She can make a lot of bad decisions. Even if I don't agree with them, I wouldn't agree with them like on camera. Like, I'ma always like take up for my sister, folks. She can't do nothing wrong, and she'll never do nothing. She'll never do nothing to hurt me. So I know even when she fucking with him, once I got past the fact that where he was from, I knew if she allowing him to know certain shit or even get near her, she must know that he'll never even play with me like that. So, you know, and that shit kind of played a role later on also, cause you know, like,
y'all got cool behind that, or not cool. Y'all got cordial
like,
to the point where I see you talk about that.
It was like, like, motherfucker, you know, like I said, bro, that shit saved my life one day.
Yeah, I see you say that. That's what I was going. Yeah, go ahead.
That shit saved my life one day. I could have been killed by his homies, and he stopped it. Him and Slim. So, you know, and that type of shit, you know, it matters, man.
It went a long way.
It went a long way. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas are fucking with your peoples, bro, and they still backdoor you. Like, they hearts ain't that big. So, you know, like, they didn't have to go like that because of how he felt about my sister, but he did.
You had some type of loyalty to your sister.
Yeah, and it was like, I could reach, when I knew about that, because I know niggas who will slam you out still. Like, you and this sister could be married, nigga. That shit don't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't got shit to do. So he could have played it like that. So
that's honorable though. I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead.
It was super honorable.
In my point of view.
Like, even for me, like, that shit opened my eyes. Like, I ain't want even her fucking with him. That don't mean that they gotta be my friend or cordial. I don't gotta say nothing to him, be cool with him at all. That's her. But when that happened, that kind of made me like, all right, okay, like, that's some shit I can, like, if it was fake, it would have been a hit for me. Like,
yeah, I was just finna say that couldn't have been fake, because
like,
you're right, it would have been over with.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a bone in your body that be like, no, man, no. Because who I am, this niggas will say, fuck what you got to say to get me. So you had to really put that down, like, nah, that shit over with.
Stand on it. He had to stand on it.
Yeah, he had to stand on that when he said he had to stand on it. Like, so I know for a fact, like, and bro, like, I used to think, like, I was in the barbershop, they got my low, I'm in the first chair. You know how all barbershop made the same big ass glass window? They could have fucked me over and never stepped foot in that bitch. Like, so when I thought about it, first of all, that was my last time in the barbershop. But
fuck all that, pull up on the real.
Man, but yeah, that shit.
You live and you learn, though.
Yeah, I definitely, but he did that, so that shit.
And even that you learned, that was a learning experience too. You like, damn, some people, everybody ain't treacherous to the point of like how you probably view people at a point.
And he was considered treacherous.
My mom was just finna say,
he was a treacherous nigga. Like,
from outside looking in, I hear that.
He was a treacherous guy. So like, knowing what I know, it's like, damn. You feel me? Like he really a do it. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Nah, that's different. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all be living wild as hell because it be like that shit be so close. Like I said, it be cousins, this and this. It's deep though, brother.
For sure.
So okay, we talk about this. I saw you have made a post where you had said, they got K.I. and King Von. One side be saying they just hated each other. One side say this, one say that. But it's like, I seen you make a post with King Von, your homie. You basically said that you was chilling with Von one time and she like sent them some news. Was you trolling when you said that, or was there some truth to that?
Nah, I wasn't trolling. I seen that shit with my own eyes. Like, I seen that. Like, she sent him penny and bra pictures.
Damn.
This shit was a fact. We sat on my couch in my crib and laughed at this shit at like 4 in the morning. He used to do this shit every night with her. They used to be like literally at first it started off like a joke. It started off like a joke. Like, I swear to God, bro, I used to be with folks every day. Like, this is my everyday nigga, folks. Like, we was together every day. We just be up 3, 4 in the morning every night, folks. Like, and we'd just be like, every night he played with other lads. Every night it started from the DM, then they went to text messages, folks, and calls on video. They used to be on the phone and all. They used to be on the phone tweaking with her, fake flirting with her with evil intentions, all that shit. Like, and she was going, like, at first she thought like she was on some, trying to be a boy, shit. And he started like fucking her head up, acting like he'll fuck her. And like after a while, she thought he meant that shit. She was fucking with him like on some, ain't trying to open up, but opening up though. Like turning into a girl for folks. I ain't gonna lie, that's some shit like I seen. Like, I ain't gonna never not say that I saw that because I seen it. I read the messages. I seen the pictures, folks, on BD with my own eyes. He had her going.
Damn.
On BD, he had her going, folks. Like, he a sick nigga because, like, he really made her believe he would have hit her, folks. You feel me? But, like, man, before I seen that shit for sure, boy, she was a girl, boy. She had on the sports bra, but she had on the bra. And she had on, like, some panties that girls wear that was our age back then. She ain't have on the thong or motherfucker Victoria's Secret because she wasn't grown, but her underwear was out. It was underwear and bra.
Damn.
I seen that.
Damn, okay, so you weren't trolling this shit.
No, I ain't trolling about that, gang. So that shit happened.
So, okay, damn. All right, so I ain't skipping over that. I just want to get through the question because you said you got something to do. So, all right, so with your, all right, so I seen one time I had asked your aunt, Big Deal husband, I asked Big Deal when I interviewed him, and I didn't know that y'all had connections until I interviewed him. But when I was just asking him, it was just hot takes I seen on the internet because he said that shit about, you said something about Mimo taking y'all youngins around to, move around and slide or whatever. But it's like whole time though, when you said that, did you get any backlash or calls? Did Mimo call you in particular? Because I know he real outspoken. I know he
ain't called me,
on my top. Not saying he get on your top, but I'm just saying he just be.
Nah, he ain't called me. I don't know, folks. Like, the thing about when I was saying that shit, folks, see, this the thing where people be failing to realize, bro. I'm never gonna over talk about no shit that a motherfucker got fucked up over or got killed about. Like, a lot of motherfuckers be thinking I'm speaking on shit when we was like actually trained and motherfuckers was dropping and all that. I'm talking about when we was fucking blowing and the shit was hitting the fucking ground and we was just making noise and man, bro, like, bro, a nigga ain't really dying to beef to 2011. We was in tour for 2 years before that. You know what I'm saying? Like, every hood we was in, some hoods went back even further. We was beefing with Gyro in 08.
Damn.
Like, this shit, like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I'm never gonna be up to my, Mimo used to take us to slide and niggas used to be dropping. Man, ain't no nigga seen no nigga die.
Right.
I ain't, man, no.
No, when I was saying he was outspoken, I ain't saying like he.
No, I know you, but like, I remember when I first did that, bro. People who took that and ran with it the wrong way, tried to make it seem like I was on some police shit with Mimo. I really gave Mimo props, honestly, because how people try to paint him, it's like he ain't do shit. He fell out the sky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say he the gangsters nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing all that. But I'm saying like I said, I don't take shit from no nigga, bro. Like, Shorty, he was out here. A lot of motherfuckers ain't seen nothing till Shorty let them go get their courage up, get their rank up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's niggas out here he could say that too. But I ain't acting like a motherfucker just he was the one that walked the nigga over there to smoke a motherfucker. No. He ain't did that, man. Cause at that time we wasn't even walking no more. Like boy, yeah. Ain't all that happening, boy. Not for real. Not everybody. Everybody couldn't walk and catch a body, bro. And you can walk and let some shots out. You might go walk and go pop a motherfucker. But when it get real,
you gotta have a
everybody can't go and do that. Everybody can't go and do that, especially once niggas actually start dying.
Especially when you making it into somebody's hood, you gotta make it out of that motherfucker.
Get out the hood and all that, bro. Damn.
So you was talking about Mimo, basically. So yeah, it wasn't really like no extra shit you weren't revealing. You just was just giving him his credit.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, and then so how y'all relationship? Y'all still jam or is like or did y'all ever separate as far as from then to now or?
Nah, it's just we weren't never closest of homies anyway. But
right.
Everything, man. We don't.
Okay.
I don't say nothing about folks. He don't say nothing about me, really.
Yeah, we'll leave it like that. All right, so let me ask you this. I want to ask you about him, though, because it's like, yeah, I want to ask you about, I be seeing him on Clubhouse. He be getting into it with everybody. He be talking crazy about I be like, blood ass, he wild as shit. But the whole time I was seeing him get into a lot of O-Block people like Duke, Gleesh, Lil Varney, Wani, Big Wani. Do that concern you at all? Being y'all have a history where it's like, do you feel like, damn, like not to say y'all got to be the closest of homies, but I don't want nothing to happen to them, or like how do you view that when you see that? Is like, damn, you doing too much, or and also do that affect 600 relationship with O-Block based on the stuff he doing and saying?
I mean, bro, to be honest with you, like, it wouldn't be happening if shit wasn't already weird or, like, fucked up behind the scenes. So it ain't like he going and jumping the gun and doing nothing that ain't already probably being said behind the scenes or going on behind the scenes. He probably putting it on wax and putting it on Front Street and putting the fans and shit in it. But, you know, a lot of shit wouldn't even be getting said if it was all love.
Nah, right.
So with that being said, it's like, shit, if you know it ain't all love, really, do you give a fuck where you address shit at? Probably not, because it ain't good anyway. You don't fuck with them anyway.
It is what it is.
So it's like, you don't give no fuck what you say about them or where you say that, because, like, in your mind, it's clear as day, you don't fuck with them. So a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, it can only go bad if the niggas, if for them ain't riding behind what he say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Motherfucker, when you put a lot of shit on wax, you just gotta make sure you and your niggas and the gang is moving one band, one sound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There can't be no leaks in that if motherfucker don't, when you make those type of statements or say shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So
make the type of lines in the sand.
But motherfuckers know what's going on, so it's like I don't be giving no fuck about what no nigga say or do, as long as he could live with whatever he said or stand on whatever he said. If you could apply that pressure in person or you could stand on what you said about dude when you see him, that's cool to me. As long as you could do that, I don't give a fuck what you say, because I'm always stand on what I say, and it's just gonna have to be that. So if you could do the same, then you could do and say what you want to say. That's gonna be up to the nigga you said it about or said it to or toward to do what he gotta do when he see you.
In that order. I respect that too. All right, so I like you real direct person. When I'm talking to you, I can see that like on the real.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's why when I'm saying I respect it, that's what I respect about it on the real. Like you ain't beating around the bush, you just direct. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna ask you about so I had one time I had saw you doing a story time. This was about a year ago. So this is before I tried to reach out to you the first time. You was doing a story time. You was speaking about scrap, and you spoke on his dad, Big Les, and you basically was telling a story about how allegedly that Les came to y'all neighborhood one time, and he was like, because McAdoo and Scrap was real close. And I want to say this too before I get to that, because I was trying to ask Butta about that when I interviewed Butta. I was trying to ask Butta about his relationship with McAdoo, or with Scrap, his relationship with Scrap relationship with McAdoo, and then I know you was close with McAdoo, you was close with Scrap at one point.
Right.
So I was trying to get to the bottom of that, and then he just had his own point of view of whatever.
For sure.
Did you see that clip? And if so, you could speak on it, and then I could get to that, because I wanted to make sure, you get your side,
I seen it.
Give me 1 second. Okay, they got it.
I seen it. It was funny because I asked him about that when I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like when he said what he said, I just, I ain't get mad or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I asked him like, so when me and Mac become goofies. I really want to ask him about Mac. I don't care what he said about Mac. You know what I'm saying? I know that who I am. I know who I am. And I know he know who I am. So when I seen that, my whole thing was just, where did you get that from? Like,
Right.
why you feel like I was, because like, me, when I know niggas and they know me, I just want to see what a disconnect is. Like, me all my life. The fact that you calling me a goofy is, I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So I just DM'd him on some casual shit. Like, when did that happen? You know what I'm saying? When did I become a goofy? And he was saying, like, he don't want to speak on that. And I don't want to entertain that. We the same people. He don't talk bad about me. And I told him, I said, "Fo, you saying that to me, but in the interview, you just called me a goofy." You know what I'm saying? And that don't hurt. That don't work with me. Cause I ain't no goofy, and I put belt on your homies. I told him that, and I ain't gonna lie. I played that for you, so I told him that. You know what I'm saying? Don't confuse me with no goofy, because I ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And I said that to him exactly how I'm talking to you. I ain't get mad. I don't get mad because he know who I am. And he know I ain't no goofy. But you said I was, so now let me make sure you remember who you talking about. But I ain't no smoker, nothing. He regretted saying it, it sounds like, you know what I'm saying? But, at that moment, that's why I say for just be running their mouth sometimes. You just gotta be cool, be careful. Mac in jail, I'm not. I heard what you said. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you talking about me on wax, you gotta, now I wanna see why you say that like that?
No,
You know what I'm saying? Because you know me. Like, you ain't just a nigga who don't
Y'all
know me
each
for
other.
real or knew me later on down the line a little bit and you speaking, running your mouth like a fan. You a nigga who's known me since the beginning, gang. Like, you know me for real. Like, all that, you acting like I'm a goofy, that shit ain't gonna fly with me. You know what I'm saying? So, I told him that shit, you know what I'm saying? I know he got off the wall. He ain't mean it, though. He good.
For sure. So, yeah, for sure. Like, I always be getting in the middle. But I hear you got to say your piece. He said his piece.
Yeah,
So it
for
is
sure.
what it is. Like, you know what I mean? It's y'all interview. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. So it's like at the end of the day, the question initially was like at one point, like I say, all y'all was cool in a sense, like to an extent, or cordial.
Yeah.
So when I asked Big Les that about him coming to like beg for his son, like to not get harmed or something, he said that wasn't true. He said that was a false statement. He said that he ain't know you. Now, I wanted to just get your point of view on that and not no messy shit. We ain't got to go crazy or nothing,
Right.
like, cause I'm not trying to get that out of you. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So that's why I just
Wait, say the question again.
Okay. I saw a live or something or a story time you was doing a while back, and you was basically saying how Scrap and McAdoo had got into it, but they was best friends at one point. They got into it, but I guess they lived on 600. They lived
Right.
in y'all hood.
Right.
So basically, at one point when it got wild or something, you were saying like Big Les came to y'all hood to like ask for y'all to not to harm his son or something like that. And when I interviewed him and I asked him about that, like, and he basically was saying like that ain't true and he ain't know you. But I was just gonna get what was your point of view on that? Him saying that like, and like I said, that sound kind of messy.
He DM me.
Okay,
Let's
okay,
DM me.
okay.
We had a conversation.
Okay, y'all talked about it.
First of all, I told him, when niggas come see me, bro, I ain't backing down from what I said, bro. You did that. I got DM telling me yes, bro. I mean, I get what I told him. Like, as an OG, like, I respect the OGs, and not me being a father, I understand what you was doing. But yeah, just like, that you did that happen. That's not nothing I'm making up. And the fact that you saying you don't know me, and I want one of them faces, that's some shit that I don't even gotta go back and forth about, because people who know what they know that's not a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you might feel like you didn't know me because you was a op daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wasn't supposed to know us. You ain't know none of us if you saying you ain't know me, but you knew what was going on. But like I said, I respect, Big Les. You know what I'm saying? He was being a father. But I don't take back what I said. That shit is a fact.
Right, okay.
That shit a fact. But he DM'd me, man. He asked me to come on this platform. I might. Cause I ain't got no problem letting him know on his platform, like, you did that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't even gotta be about that. It could just be about us just talking grown men.
I think y'all should do that. I don't want to get in the middle of it, but I ain't have to cut you off. But I think y'all should do that because I ain't gonna. You a mature dude, like even though
I'm super mature.
When I see that, I can see that. You know what I mean? When I'm sitting in your face, I can see that. But go ahead. Yeah.
He hit me up I'm sorry I had it, like, you know, because when you talking on my story time, sometimes I'm getting a little carried away, a little animated. But it's fact, but I might have said it in a way, you know, he ain't like or wasn't receptive to. And I apologize for that. I told him I get what he was doing. I understand. I'm a father. I would have did it for my son. You know what I'm saying? But, like, yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
He did that.
All right, for sure that. All right, so basically this is the last question I got for you. Man, bro, like I had interviewed a guy from Blackgate Murder. I did it online and shit. He was a player though. I fucked up with blood.
Right.
So it's like whole time though he was giving a perspective of one time because he said they was into it with MOB real hard. He said they was clicked up with Front Street. I know Front Street is clicked up with y'all.
Yeah.
So it's like he was saying like one time MOB slid on them on some shit at a party and they. You know, he inserted himself in the situation, basically. He like, they weren't looking for him, but he inserted himself and then he put himself in a dangerous situation where it could have been ugly for him. But he said, motherfuckers gave him a pass. And I ain't gonna lie, I respect it when he said that because it's just like, even with you don't take nothing from nobody, you give everybody what they is. So like, with you, have you ever experienced something like that where you got a pass from an op, I want to say a so-called op, because like I said, y'all are young brothers than me and you know, I don't want to see nothing happen to nobody. So it's like at the end of the day, though, have you ever been in a situation like that where you had gave a pass or you received the pass?
Yeah, Melly and them gave me the pass. I spoke on that.
Oh,
they
yeah,
gave
that's
me
a
the
fact.
pass.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And I gave Butta a pass.
Damn.
I gave Butta a pass. I told Butta, I told him, I saved your life before. You know that.
You just
like,
said that earlier.
Anything that I say, this is what I say. I told him this when I played the thing for you. I saved your life. You know that. Like, folks, our stores used to be, we used to say the shit. And I ain't saying it's like on some, like, trying to tweak out Butta shit. This ain't even about him. You know,
we ain't tweaking. I'm going to ask you a question.
So it's like, I got to, you know.
We
like,
ain't tweaking and
us and 8 stores is the same. Like I told you, we bought a King Drive. He up there one day, just up there at the store coming out, like, get from up here, boy. Like, folk them about to walk up, it's gonna be curtains.
Damn.
Period.
Just like that. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but you could have not said nothing.
I could have not said nothing. Folk them would have walked up and rolled them. You know what I'm saying? And did all type of other crazy shit to him.
Can I ask you what made you, like, you and Butta had a relationship or something from the low end?
Yeah, it ain't no from the low end. It's just growing up in the hood. Like, before shit was real, I told you he was, even when we was in tour with they hood, bro, I told you, Booker big cousin is, Booker oldest brother is Gyro. That was Butta best friend. So even when we had beef, I used to see Butta in my auntie house, on the block.
Damn, yeah.
Like, Ronte will bring Butta in there, we in tour with they hood. He got Butta in the crib, like we ain't got all smoke, and we ain't used to be on shit with Butta because Butta been around since before we all picked a side. So when he come around now, he couldn't have every nigga from Java over there like he was Butta.
Right.
But a nigga ain't finna go back and forth with Butta and do all that with Butta. He know us. Like, he, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't want shit to happen to him. Like, you know, I was a real little nigga like that. Like, just because we part ways, for like, if I, like, niggas be asking me about, like, Gio. They think I don't want to say something crazy about Gio, man, because he from a hood.
That's Gio Drive, what they call Gio Drive.
Like,
okay.
Them niggas, bro, they clicked up with Young Money 051. You think I'm going to say something crazy about Gio, man? That's my real brother, boy. That shit with him come before all this shit went love, bro. That's my real homie. If any nigga that diss Gio from my block ain't from my block for real, man. They lying. They came after Gio got killed later on down the line. Nobody, I don't play them type of games, folks, on BD, like, at all.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, you got a real genuine aura. I'm gonna just say that. You feel me? I'm just gonna keep it tall with just I'm picking up that. Like, you got it.
I'm glad you feel like
that.
that.
I'm keeping it tall. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause we had a rough patch. Like, we ain't meet each other, but it's like not even a rough patch. Cause I don't even want to call it that. But it's just we didn't see
We had a disagreement.
Yeah,
about
disagreement.
Some shit.
Yeah, but it ain't. But I ain't gonna lie, as I'm in your face and talking to you, you got a real genuine aura. You a genuine dude.
You, bro,
I could tell that.
You know,
I could see that.
Even the shit you ain't think I was on that for real. I'm telling you, like,
now
bro,
I believe it. I ain't gonna lie. Now I believe it. Like I believe that you would have did that for me. I ain't gonna lie. On the real, I believe that, brother. Real
definitely would have did that for.
So it ain't none. We gonna be in cahoots. We gonna be doing business. Like, cause I'm gonna want to get you back on my platform. Cause this like one of my best interviews. I ain't gonna lie. What you got coming up, man? I heard you got a podcast coming, man. I know you do music. Let the fans know what you got on the way. You know,
I got an album finna drop real soon. I ain't gonna get no dates because I'm always late.
You record music a lot though?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
go
record a lot of music. I just don't drop a lot of music. I like to have shit in the chamber to choose from, but no matter how long it take me.
I'm gonna ask something. You a rapper that's really rap though. I ain't gonna lie, like that's something that you got a vocabulary, you be talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you kinda like, I told Dutchy the same thing. It's like y'all don't got the typical, you know what I'm saying, y'all trying to rap for real. You know what I mean? Ain't no trying to, y'all rapping for real.
Right.
So it's like, where that come from? I wanna ask you that because I want the fans to know that, and then we, you know, what's to that? Oh, LA Capone rapped it for real too. That was your dog. Yeah.
Yeah, but like even if he didn't, like anything that I try to think I'm gonna do in life, I'm gonna try to do it to the best of my abilities, bro. Like that's just how I was. Like whatever I try to do, I'm gonna try to do it good. Like I don't want to be mediocre at nothing that I'm putting time into, bro. Cause what is I'm putting time into it for? If I'm gonna be weak at it or mediocre, time and supposed to make you greater.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna be rapping, I'm gonna be the best rapper I can be and have a big vocabulary so I can rhyme and rap and about more shit. You know what I'm saying? So, cause that's what works for rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just came from that. When I played sports, I wanted to be the best at football. When I used to draw, and I just used to draw great. I used to draw all type of Vegeta and Goku and all that shit. I had that shit down packed. Like I used to be going crazy. I just anything, and when I figured out like I liked doing music, I was just like wanted to be the best. Cause you know when you the best, you don't gotta worry about a lot of shit, man. It's like when folk them wanted to hop on the song, I know they wanted to let me on it. They ain't want. They like, man, we gotta get Tay on that motherfucker. And some of the guys from the block, they be like, nah, I don't want to put folks on that. Me. You know,
you gonna go crazy on it.
Everybody understand the assignment when they asking for a verse from me or when I get on the verse. They know everybody get on their best behavior. Cause I'm coming to bust a nigga brain. I came to bust a nigga brain every time I get on the track with anybody. So
in that order.
You know what I'm saying? I treat this rap shit like a competition. It's friendly. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm with my homies, I get on songs with niggas. I'm trying to out-rap you, gang, because we on stage, we performing. Even at this point right now, we all showing the world who we are as artists. And I want everybody to know, when they done listening to this song, like, shorty, just snap, man.
So you got an album coming?
Yeah, for sure. I got some shit. I don't even know the name of it.
But it's soon, like, which is for the summer, or you don't know?
It's the summer for sure.
Yeah.
This summer is coming for sure, and y'all could be waiting on it. I ain't dropped a song in 2 years, or video in 2 years.
You had the visuals with it?
Yeah, I'm coming hard. I'm coming crazy. Treatments, all that. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be golden.
All right, for sure that. And that's for sure. And what about your podcast? You don't know what it's called yet? You said,
I don't
but
even
you got
know what
one
that's
coming?
called either, but it's coming, man. Just go on my YouTube at TAYSIXO90O, and you know, watch my story times, man. I'm gonna get a real name for it soon, but it's coming.
All right. And shout out your socials. You shout out your YouTube.
Yeah,
What's your
go
socials?
follow me on Instagram at LA_gang, GANG, with 3 G's at the end, LA_GANGGG. And Twitter is the same as my YouTube, TAYSIXO. You know what I'm saying? Go follow me on social media, man. Tap in. Hey, this your boy Tasty So, man. Y'all are rocking with Corporate Cartel Media, man. Gang.
In that order, my boy. I appreciate you, my boy.
Yeah, you know it. You know that.